What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston. And as y'all can see, I'm by myself. So let's do a mic check real quick because Shay's not here. And I got a good feeling I ain't got something hooked up right. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Before I get started and go too far, I just want to make sure that at least one or two of y'all tell me that you can hear me. All right, perfect. Thank you, Miss Pamela. I appreciate that because Miss Pamela, when I'm by myself and Shay's not here, I all of a sudden forget how all the technical stuff work, and I'm thinking that y'all can't hear me. And sometimes I come on here talking for 13 minutes before I realize that nobody can actually hear me. So thank y'all so much. Tiana said it, Tessie said it, Royalty Golden Services said it. So thank y'all so much again, and welcome again to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I'm your big brother, just in case if you didn't know. So if you're new to us, type in the chat the word new, because we're going to be super laid back tonight. I really don't have an agenda. We have an event coming up this Saturday. So I'll admit, when I got an event coming up, y'all, I get a little lazy on YouTube. So we're going to be hanging out real like hangish tonight, right? But if you're new to me, I never take for granted that you're new to me. And I'll always give an intro to who we are, what we do, but most importantly, how you can get into it. Prime example, March the 28th. We have a live event in Orlando, Florida, and there's literally one VIP ticket left. So we got a couple regular tickets, but there's only one VIP ticket left. And the only way I'll extend that, if it happens to be a married couple, because I want both of y'all to come and you need your own ticket. So other than that, guys, there's only one VIP ticket left. Make sure you guys go run to ILFconsulting.org, because remember, the VIP ticket allows you guys to come and tour it. So that's one thing to learn it, and for us to learn and grow together, because that's going to be good. But I'll admit, guys, my favorite thing to do, man, is to take y'all to an actual run in ILF. So even when I speak on events that's outside of Florida and outside of my own ILF, I'll admit I love to teach. I love to pour into people, but I'll admit it's my favorite when I'm able to teach you and then I'm able to take you to what we just talked about. Because one thing about it, man, you can talk about this all day, but for a lot of people, man, until you actually see it, man, it's hard to grasp sometimes what it is. So that's one of my favorite things to do. So if you've never heard me say that, guys, one of my favorite things to do is to not only to teach it, but also do teaching at a working, live, operating facility. So that's why the VIP folks that are coming March the 28th, they're actually going to get that. And guys, we got 9 of them sold, and there's only one ticket left. So if you're a single person and you coming by yourself, go ahead and get it. But if you are a married couple, I will extend that to one more ticket, which does take me over kind of where I wanted to be on that VIP. But I'm not letting you leave your boo thing out of this, or your business partner, or your boyfriend. So one more time, Orlando, Florida. This is probably the last time y'all will hear me talk about it, right? Because after this, I'm sure it'll sell out. So last time, March the 28th, there's only one VIP ticket left, and you guys can go to ILFconsulting.org. Again, that's ILFconsulting.org. Or you can text the word learn. So, because if you super tech and you like that stuff, text the word learn, LEARN, to 407-326-0086. As I said, man, we're going to be super laid back today. So I'm in no rush if y'all ain't. And I'll probably spend the next 45 minutes kind of just speaking to you guys about the independent living facility model. I got some announcements to make, which some of them I just made. And then one thing I want to talk about that we talk about often, I actually go deeper in my master classes, and even like Saturday, I'm going to go deep on this, but I got to mention it because it happened again to somebody, and I want to save y'all from that, right? So I'm going to talk about a lawsuit and why somebody's being sued and how that's my nightmare for you all. If you under my coaching or just under the sound of my voice, if you go through a lawsuit, especially if you're not covered, man, that's going to make me like my skin itch. Like, I don't like that when you guys go through that, because I tell y'all all the time, and I've been through all the problems and the bumps and bruises so that you don't have to. So now if you family today, great. But if you're new to us, type in the chat the word new if you happen to be new. And then everybody just type in the chat, where are you guys located? So good to see you, Miss Pamela. Good to see you, Tessie. Good to see Miss Trudy. Good to see Miss Tiana. And good to see all of the people that are just always here. You guys are just faithful and just always show up, because I believe you're doing that to help you and your family. It ain't just because you came to support me. I hope you came to just get the information to save you and your family's life in the community in which you live in. So last call for anybody that's new to me, because if not, I'm gonna just jumping right into the stuff. But if there's anybody, I mean, just one person that's new, I love to kind of go over where all of this came from. Because if you're new to us, again, we're going to be discussing independent living facilities, right? How do you take people from homeless to hopeful, right? How do you do that in a shared living environment? How do you put a bunch of people together that are strangers on a Monday, and then by next Tuesday, they all become family? Like, how do you do that? What does it take to get started? What are all the mistakes that I made when I started? Why was I on the Channel 8 News and with a $40,000 lawsuit? So all of these things is what I love to teach people on, because again, the devil is a liar that you're around me and you will make these same mistakes. Does that make sense, guys? So whether you buy my coaching or not, I got over 1,400 videos. That's 1,400 that is on this YouTube channel. There's not a question in your brain that you can think of that's not already answered on my YouTube channel. The one-on-one coaching, the group coaching, and the DIY is for people that want to invest in themselves and go further, faster. Because some people come to my YouTube channel and get it, what I call get it from the mud. I'll admit, guys, I don't really like that saying no more. I used to be proud of that quote that says, get it from the mud. How many of y'all have heard of that quote, get it from the mud? Put a number 7 in the chat if you've heard of that quote, I got it from the mud, or me and my kids getting it from the mud. Put a number 7 in the chat if you guys have ever heard of that. And then I'm going to why I actually don't like that saying no more. Because when I first said it and heard of it, it sounded respectable. It sounded like people was doing hard work. But what I found out is that I'd rather get it from the garden, because nothing grows in the mud, Miss Pamela. Like, you try to drop some seeds in some mud, in some dirt, not that good organic topsoil that anything will grow in it as soon as you drop a seed in it. When you put some sand and some water together, that's mud. Nothing grows in the mud. So if you're under me or the sound of my voice, I want you to get it from the garden, from all these seeds I'm dropping. Does that make sense now, how I explain that? Like, Miss Iceline, like, I don't want you to get it from the mud. Like, get it from the garden. I'm dropping a lot of seeds 7 days a week here. And if I'm not mistaken, I just seen that name, Iceline, who's coming to our event, bought 2 tickets. If I'm wrong about that, Iceline, call me a liar. I could have sworn my team just texted me, because they always text me every day who's coming and all of that. I seen a name in the chat say Iceline, and if I'm saying that wrong, forgive me too. But Iceline, call me a liar if I didn't see that you bought 2 tickets, and I'll see you in just a couple of days. Right? So these are the kind of people that invest in themselves, and the Charles family will go further, right, in terms of what they're trying to do faster. So anyway, so I don't see anybody that, I finally got a new one. I've been waiting. So 24/7 worship and praise. 24/7. I'm going to take it that's what that 247 means. 24/7 worship and praise. Perfect. My wife is a worship leader, so we understand that. So welcome. If you're new to me, I'm your new big brother. Now tell me in the chat what city and state you're from. You're going to hear me coach some of my people that's been hanging around a long time about stuff I talk about all the time. But one of the things that I'm going to talk about today, man, it hurt my feelings when I hear it. Some of y'all, I'll never meet y'all in person, but I really believe I'm your brother. And when you tell me something like what I'm explaining to y'all today, it hurt my feelings to hear that. And under my coaching, the devil is a liar that you make this mistake. Because I'll admit, now, years ago, you had to pay me to get this information, what I'm about to say. Today, I want to save you so much, I give it to you freely. Make sense? So for my new sister that just came in, says that's correct, Kendrick, Haines City, Florida, but in Eustis. So Kendrick, I'm from Haines City originally. So welcome, Polk County in, right? Miss Tia, that's right below you. She from Haines City. So, and watch this. I'm now in the Popka, Ocoee, Orlando area, and I love Eustis. And I'll just get to it right now. The reason why I love Eustis, they're mobile home friendly. And if you've been following me for any amount of time, I like that mobile home play, right? So you fit right on in, Kendrick, in terms of what we do. You from where I'm from, and you in an area where I love to buy real estate now and land, because that's the next move in Eustis, Mount Dora, right? Ocoee, Apopka, West Orlando. Follow where I'm saying? Now, if you ain't from where me and Kendra from, you're going to be lost. Alicia Hill, good to see you. Now, unless there's another Alicia Hill, I saw your name coming to Orlando, Florida. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. These are the kind of people that want to move forward faster. Okay? Watch this, though. I'm now your new big brother, no matter how old you are, and that's the cool part. So whether you find me and you 89 years old or you 29, don't matter. I'm the big brother when it comes to this. Now, if I'm trying to learn how to cook a red velvet cake and you the best at it, you the big brother. If Alicia Hill barbecues the best ribs and she trying to teach me, she the big sister. But when we talking about real estate, shared housing, and ILFs, I'm the big brother. Make sense, everybody? So watch this for all of my new people, which seems to be only Kendrick. Kendrick, to make a long story short, because bro, I can take 2 hours to tell this one story, and everybody here will tell you that. To make a long story short, I love God, I love people, and I love real estate. And I used to be a social worker for over 9 years. And God allowed me to see my dream through somebody that was doing it the wrong way. I saw a lady, Kendra, making $41,000 a month housing people. The only difference is that she did it in rats and roaches. And Kendra, because I knew the day I met you that you weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. Because Kendra, today, you have no reason to just kind of just trust me out the box. But because I knew the day I met certain people, they weren't going to believe this story, I said, boy, I got to share this thing. I got to take pictures of it. Because I'm going to meet somebody named Kendrick. One day, he going to say, Derrick, man, this story sounds great, bro, but you ain't got to stretch it so far and add all the bad stuff just to make me believe it. So I took pictures of it. So one more time, I am no different. The way I explain it, if you go to church, I'm no different from your pastor. I lead a lot of people. I just don't have a microphone inside of a congregation type of a building. And I'm not called a pastor, a bishop, or a priest. But I do have a ministry in his real estate and helping people and showing the love of God through real estate. So that's why I start every room out by saying, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you in the right room. Now, if you don't like any of those things, I'm going to bore you because that's all I talk about. The love of God, real estate, making a bunch of money to feed my family and to help my community. So if that fits your parameters, put a number 3 in the chat today. I've been with you guys less than 13 minutes so far. But if this fits your parameters, put a 3 in the chat. You love God, love people. You want to make a bunch of money in life to be a blessing to your family, your community, and like the Bible says, to build the kingdom. Because if you do that, all of these things, meaning the stuff you want, will be added unto you. And remember, I'm no preacher. I just happen to love God, and boy, he crazy about me. And I love people. I got some patience. I tell you, like I tell people, like if you ain't got a patience like me and Alicia, if you ain't patient like me and Miss Pamela, if you ain't got the patience like Miss Tessie, this ain't gonna work for you. Because the people that we deal with are already going through the fringes of life. So that's why I always, and I say it so much, some of y'all probably tired of me saying it. But this is what I believe in. In the business we start, I want to please God. I want to help people. I want to be respected by the community while I'm doing it. But I also want to make enough money to feed my family. So again, if you cool with that, put a 3 in the chat. Because if you not, I'll admit, I'm going to bore you for the next 45 minutes. Make sense? So here go me in this picture, your big brother. This is the way I went to work most days. Now, I didn't wear a blazer every day. But days that we had court that came to us, I had to wear a blazer. I was before a magistrate. We couldn't call him a judge. They didn't allow that. His role was called a magistrate or a magistrate, however y'all say it. And we went to what we call mental health court. But this is me with all my credentials. But who cares about any of this? Because y'all don't need a degree. This is the stuff I saw, the rats, the roaches, the filth, and the grime. And the lady that said, Derrick, I'll never teach this to you. She said, Derrick, I will never show you what this is, bro. You just keep sending me these people. So one day I took a Saturday, I just kind of snuck to all of her places. I went to house to house to house. And as much as I tried, because I knew y'all wasn't going to believe me. And that's no shame on you, Miss Pamela. We just met. You ain't supposed to believe me. But if I show you a picture and do a good job and I keep that boy face off that camera, you should be saying, Lord, have mercy. The other thing you should be saying, wow, Derrick, she made 41 grand a month doing it in these conditions. Absolutely. That's the part that blew my mind. My first prayer to God, Tiana from Jacksonville, I say, God, if you letting this lady make 41 grand a month mistreating your people, I'll admit y'all, I start hating. I start tattling on her to God. I say, God, I'm struggling at my job. I say, God, I make 28 grand a year. And if you real good at math, that's about $800 every 2 weeks taxed. Lord have mercy. I say, God, look at how she treating your people. I say, God, if you let me get in, I wouldn't do it like this. Can just three of y'all put in the chat with me and Tiana say, Derrick, I wouldn't do it like this, especially if I'm making the money. Remember what I said earlier, please God, help people, make a bunch of money. We missing it in here. Because doing this way, you're not pleasing God, you're not helping nobody in these conditions. The roach is running in and out the cabinet. Every time out the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a mouse running in and out of the dishwasher. Out of the bottom drawer to where you keep, you know where y'all stove at in y'all house, in that bottom drawer? And y'all keep y'all cake pans and y'all muffin pans in there? As the roaches were running in and out of that, that's where a girl had a 3-inch mat at y'all sleeping in front of the kitchen stove. And I tell people, if that don't break your heart, man, you in the wrong room. You on the wrong YouTube channel. If that don't bother you, that you can see somebody sleeping on the kitchen floor and it don't bust your heart wide open, you on the wrong YouTube channel. That means you don't have the love of God in you. That's why my prayer instantly turned to, I said, God, if you let me get into this, I said, God, you see it. I'm making 28 grand a year. This girl make 41 grand a month. That's every 30 days housing people and what you see on this screen. How many of y'all, if you made $41,000 every 30 days of your life, that your life would be a little bit better? And I'm saying, I'm being facetious, but a little bit better. Put a number 9 in the chat. If you made $41,000 a month that hit your bank account for you and your family, would that change your life a little bit? Type a little bit in the chat or put a number 9. And if that number's too small, excuse my ignorance. But as I was making 28 grand a year, I almost fainted when that girl showed me 41 grand a month. And the longer you hang around us, watch this. We hardly ever talk about the money because we believe money follows ministry. It don't take a genius to know that if I take a 4-bed, 2-bath home, Kendrick, and I put 8 people in it and take them from homeless to hopeful, I mean, I can get rich real fast like that. I can solve my community's problem, and God gonna be proud of me. Because in the Bible, it says, not Derrick, because if Derrick said it, it sound cool too, but the Bible says the poor and needy will always be among us. The Bible says when you do unto the least of thee, God said it's like you're doing it unto me. And remember, I'm no preacher. But how genius is God that he put a business strategy together that causes generational wealth? Oh, that's powerful. Somebody gonna miss that. Not Derrick. In that good book that I just talked about, the Bible, that's in there. How cool is it that God combined his will for mankind and real estate together, and he allowed us to merge it together to call it a ministry? Alicia, you done heard me tell this story 55 times, but bear with me, sis. Most of my family, when I was growing up, said, boy, that boy Derrick gonna be a preacher. That boy Derrick gonna be a preacher. And now most of that was because I talked a lot. Most of the time I was loud, like most preachers, and I was always exciting when I was talking about something. And I always told people, no, I ain't. But you know what? I still end up finding myself a ministry because I'm doing God's will. I'm helping his people, and I'm using a tool of real estate, which he also created. Well, that's powerful. Kendrick, you new to me, but I hope you caught that. Some of my older people probably tired of me saying it in such a way, but I really mean that. You don't have to be a preacher with a 30,000 square foot building. Now, if you is great, because I coach a lot of preachers too, bishops and apostles, because guess where the needs go anyway to your church? So why not tell your pastor about this? Miss Chambers, if you ain't spoke to your pastor about this yet, what are you thinking? Now, Miss Chambers is my sister, so I'm going to pick on her. She's family in terms of the coaching. Antonia, if your pastor, your bishop, your business partners, the people who you take serious in life, not Pookie, not Kiki, the people that don't want nothing in life, but the movers and shakers in your life. Miss Cheryl Stanley, if you ain't told your bishop about this, what are we doing? They praying for the answer every day to affordable housing in your city. How cool is that God allowed real estate and social services to be merged together? Now I'm moving on because I promised Kendrick I won't go take 2 hours on this one story. But Kendrick, if you'd have met me a year ago or further back, 9 years further than a year ago, I stayed here for 2 hours and only talked about the story of what I saw. Now you're gonna see people in this chat, Kendrick, that encouraged me to move on, Derrick. Now Mary Whitehead in here, she ain't gonna let me stay here too long. Journey to Journey, who's saving lives in Orlando, Florida through her ILF. Mary ain't gonna let me stay here too long, but Mary just want me to let y'all get the point of it. Because the last point, Mary, and I'm moving on, Mary. Kendra, when I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, because Kendra, remember, bro, I told you I took a Saturday and I said, let me go see what it looked like. Because nobody want to teach it to me. Dummy me, Kendrick. I know all the addresses because I'm the social worker. Kendrick, you should be saying right now in the chat, Derrick, why you never went to go look for yourself, bro? Derrick, what was you thinking being on that job for 9 years? Kendrick, I'm just being honest. Most people will lie to you and say, well, Kendrick, I was just waiting until, it was the right time. Kendrick, my whole life I've been wanting to get into this, bro. Other people will lie and say, yeah, Kendrick, I was just waiting on, God to tell me and him to move. I was waiting for the right time, Antonia. The devil is a liar. Kendrick, I'm being honest, bro. I've always wanted to help people. Why do you think my wife tricked me to go to that college to be a social worker? Kendrick, that wasn't my idea. Shay said, Derrick, what you gonna do with yourself, bro? She said, Derrick, you got ambition, you got drive. You keep a job, you keep a hustle. But what is you gonna really do with your life? She said, can I drive you to this school? No. My wife got more degrees than a thermometer, Kendrick. She got associates, masters, bachelors, MBA, all kinds of stuff. Me trying to be a good husband, I said, all right. Got in the car, Kendrick. She drive me to a school. When we get back in the car, I say, dang, did I just sign up for school? Did that lady say I start next week? 4 years later, I walk across the stage in Jacksonville, Florida, and I graduate with a bachelor in human services. But watch this. I ain't telling none of y'all to go to school, and that's bad English, but you guys don't need the schooling to become what I am. Because first of all, my prayer is you become better than me at this, and you don't need 4 years of college to do it. You know the requirement for this, y'all? Real simple if you're taking notes. If you love God, I know I say it all the time, love people, and boy, if you love real estate, that's the icing on the cake. Because God's going to use it as a ministry. He gets the credit, but allow you and your community to benefit from it. Kendrick, am I making sense to you, big bro, or am I just rambling? Kendrick, put a number, just type yes in the chat. I'm talking to my big bro Kendrick now. Everybody else, y'all follow him. Does this make sense? Last point, I'm moving on. I only did this for Kendrick because he new to us. I honor anybody that's new. And if you new to me, type the word new. I want to throw you in the same conversation with Kendrick. Now, if it's just Kendrick, I'm going to keep preaching to him. But if you new to me, you just found me in the last 7 days, type the word new in the chat. Kendrick, this is the one that broke my heart, bro. And I said, I got to go. When I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, and I said this, sleeping in front of that stove, and she said, Derrick, I paid $750 to be here. Mia, my bottom lip started shaking. You know how right before y'all start crying, or like in the movies, you see people cry, and that bottom lip starts shaking first? And Tania, as my eyes get watery, welling up in my eye, I said, you pay what to be here? And by this time, I saw over 14 people in one house, roaches and mice running everywhere. Beds are stacked up on the ground with no bed rails, no pillow, no comforter, no sheets. Can you imagine 3? None of y'all hopefully have ever been in a crack house or a trap house, as they call it. Sometimes, guys, it's just beds in there. They had 3 sets of beds and called it 3 people in one room. 3 mattresses stacked 3 high. This girl said, Derrick, let me show you where I sleep at. And she took me to the kitchen. I was like, why are we going to the kitchen? Y'all, she had a 3-inch mat about 3 feet long. And I knew y'all weren't going to believe it, so I took pictures of it. That one ain't up here today. Laying on the floor. And you know what really made me mad, Kendrick? And I'm going to end this story because they're going to pick on me because I said I wasn't going to take 2 hours. The part that made me super mad, Kendrick, not because she was homeless, not because she was sleeping on the kitchen floor with roaches. Kendrick, the part that really made me mad is that she wasn't mad about it. She was grateful to have a place to live. She says, Derrick, where else am I going to go? My family pays $750 for me to be here. I say, do they know you sleeping on the floor? She said, Derrick, doesn't matter as long as I'm not outside. That's the mentality the landlord painted to her. Because guess what she told me in that whole hospital? She said, Derrick, they either sleep in these roaches or they can go outside and sleep on the street. How could you fix your mouth to say that? Tiana, you would never say that. Miss Chambers, you would never say that. In fact, if you on my YouTube channel right now and you think that you can fix your lip to say that, please remove me from your algorithm and erase my name from anything that you ever want to search in. I don't want you even following us. And Tania, that woman said, Derrick, she either sleep in here with these roaches or she can go outside and sleep on the street. And that girl was making $40,000 a month. Lord have mercy. Now I'm gonna pause because if you one of them people, I want to give you 2 seconds to leave. That should break your heart. But the other side should say, wow. Because watch what my other mind quickly went to, Kendrick, because I don't lie to y'all. My first prayer, I said, God, nothing happens in this world without going through your hands. You see what she's doing. I said, God, if you let me, and listen to me, be honest, y'all. Who am I to say, God, if you let me? Just being real. I said, God, if you let me get in this and it changed my life, I'll go all over the world sharing it and I will never take any credit. See, Kendra don't know I come here 7 days a week. Something's playing 7 days a week right here on this channel because I refuse for you to miss it. Now, if you want that one-on-one coaching, the group coaching, the DIY, or my $5 group, come on in. But I refuse for people to make some of these what I'll call your foundational mistakes that are going to land you on the Channel 8 News like I did. And watch me be honest with Kendra, y'all, one more time before I go. I know I keep saying I'm going to end it, but Kendra don't know this, y'all. Kendra, guess who sent this girl to this place? Because if I was a liar, I wouldn't tell you. Kendra, I sent her there. But Kendra, before you think I'm a bad guy, Kendra, I was a social worker, but working a 9-to-5 job behind a desk. This is before I took that bold move to go and see what it looked like on that Saturday. Kendra, I sat behind a computer that looked just like this. I had a pad of paper with some names on it, and nobody ever answered their phone except the one lady that said, yep, Derrick, I'll be there in 20 minutes. She always showed up. We teach you guys that one thing that lady did do right. Watch this if you're taking notes and write this down to y'all in the chat. Your best ability is sometimes your availability. You just heard me say I had a bunch of names on a list and nobody ever answered their phone for when it came to housing. So if I can stop for 2 seconds to coach you, that's why when we coach y'all, we give you the CRM system that if you don't answer the phone, your AI bot will, you will never miss a call under my coaching. Oh, this is some good talk right here, whether y'all agree or not. Does that make sense, Tessie? Your best ability is your availability. That woman had the worst product in the world in my city and sold out every house she got until I came on the scene. They said, oh my God, there's a second choice. That was part of me picking a name, Second Chance. Why you think I chose that name, Tessie? I didn't pull that from the air, Tess. Tessie, you thought I pulled it from the air? You know your big brother better than that by now. Now, Kendrick might have didn't know that. Pamela might didn't know that, Tessie, but you've been around. Tessie, you know me by now. And I'm going to end it because they're going to pick on me, bro, because I always say I'm only going to take 2 minutes on that story. But I never want to let people believe that I just thought of this on my own. I was a social worker making 28 grand a year, Tessie. And God showed me my dream through a lady that was doing it the wrong way. So oftentimes I pray and I bless that lady's life. I pray for her often, actually. She was mistreating God's people. But if it wasn't for her showing me the wrong way, I would have never been able to get into this game, y'all. I sent this lady to this rat-infested place, but I didn't know it. But when I found out, I said, oh, I got to get away from this place. I'm part of the problem. Now I'm moving on. If you're new to me one more time, you probably just caught me in the middle of just talking about where did this idea of the independent living facility come from? How did it get so good in my city that me and my wife trademarked it? How did it get so good and when God blessed it and went, Derrick, I blowed on it, it's your turn. That now my coaching is in 41 states. Notice that number 40 and 41 keep coming up. Lawsuit, 41 grand. This girl showed me she was making $40,000 a month housing people in roaches. We're now coaching in 41 states. Oh, that's powerful. So back to the top. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, and you promise me and God that you wouldn't house people in conditions like that, you just probably found your next ministry. Because if you love real estate, this is the next piece to helping people. You can have a ministry without you ever having to be a pastor. When I come back, I'm going to talk about what did I do in terms of taking action. Then I want to talk about that problem that happened to somebody today that I pray against all of y'all that it never happens. If you only stay until I get back from commercial, please do that. Because I want to share one thing that I want to never to happen to none of y'all. Let's take a really quick commercial break. I'll be right back and put a number 10 in the chat if you're enjoying this conversation so far. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else to where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back. We are back. And I just fixed something that was on my sound. Can you guys still hear me? Because y'all told me earlier that y'all could hear me, but I just want to make sure that. And I just changed something else. So can you guys still hear me? Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? Because y'all know I messed this up when Shay's not here. Let me check the chat. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. So nobody cussed me out. So we're doing good here. I'm just joking, y'all. So in fact, I'm gonna take this down. I want to jump right into that topic. Actually, right before I do that, let me see something. Let me check something really quick, just to show Kendrick something just really quickly, and I'll show more of this later. And Kendrick, I'll also give some instruction about how you can get into what we're doing. We have a free webinar. We also have a $5 group, like that's 16 cents a day. Then of course we got one-on-one coaching, group coaching. We got all of that. And then I'm here 7 days a week. But this is typically what an inside of an ILF will look like in terms of what that private room looks like. So one of these rooms are private and one has a bathroom. So for us, the first picture with the gray bed, private. No roommate. He still shares the hallway bathroom. This blue bed, he steps out of bed and walks right into that bathroom. He got his own. Make sense, everybody? So I just wanted to make sure that, Kendrick understood what it looks like. But I'll admit, 85 to 90% of people that call our phone for housing, this is what they want. And this is what, well, let me take that back. This is what they can afford. Everybody want that private room, but everybody can't afford it according to what they get. So whether they're working at Winn-Dixie, Publix, or Kroger, or Walmart, or whether he gets that SSI or SSDI check from the government every month, right? So sometimes we'll deal with people that have mental health or physical health. The whole crux to this model, guys, is independence. So if you taking notes today, for me to move in and get out of my place in one of these beds on this screen, he must be independent. That means cook his own bologna sandwich, provide his own transportation, and take his own medications by mouth without me pretending to be a nurse. Make sense? So we're not driving our people around, no transportation. I'm not giving out medications. That's called administering meds. I don't do that, even though I took training for it. My guys take their own meds. They know how much and when to take it. I'm not bathing my people. I'm not feeding my people. So if you're taking notes today, these are things that'll get you in trouble. Why are you giving out medication? Why are you driving people around with the wrong insurance? Because I've been through lawsuits so that you don't have to. Make sense? So we're not feeding them. Now, I send food all the time. Pizza Hut, Domino's, KFC, Walmart.com. Send them chicken leg quarters and have them barbecue on the weekend. Have at it. But I am not going to cook that mac and cheese and fried chicken for them because they can't. Because if he can't do that, he's probably not suitable for an ILF. Now, I got a lot of guys that never used a stove ever. I had one house y'all that had a brand new stove for 8 months because the guys don't use the stove. They're hungry jack. They're hungry man. All them frozen dinners. People do that. A lot of my tenants, frozen dinner guys, bologna sandwich guys. Now, some of my guys, downright fried chicken. They cook spaghetti, collard greens, cornbread. But some of my people, bologna sandwich, hungry jack, frozen dinner. Make sense, everybody? But just again, wanted to show what it would look like. So this is not some big box building. This is a regular 4-bed, 2-bath home. I always make sure that I point that out. One more time, so I'm dropping that down. I want to talk about something now. And this is for all of the regular people and new people. The regular people, you've heard me talk about this, but I got a phone call today. In fact, Aljet just said, because in my one-on-one group and during family talk, we're going to talk about this deeper because she's family to you all. I'm coaching her. Prior to getting me as the coach, she got into real estate. Congratulations. Bought a few properties. Along the way, before meeting me and wanting to get into the shared housing concept, she was kind of renting rooms to guys, right? No structure, no rules, no handbook, and really not knowing what she's doing. Let's just say, to kill some time here, she had to end up evicting everybody, so she thought. What happened was, after she thought it was all over, because she just called me for a walkthrough last week, she just received a $30,000 lawsuit. Okay? Guess what she does not have that I preach to all of y'all to have? So even my new people, whether you're new tonight or you'll hear this on a recording, guys, make sure you get a general liability policy. Make sure you get insurance that protects you, because we're living in a world today where everybody wants a free check, right? And they're looking for the easiest way to get it. And most of the people that we're going to serve, they think you rich anyway, whether you made a dime or not. Make sense, everybody? So one of the biggest mistakes I made, Mr. Derrick, the guy, the coach, Mr. ILF, I did the same thing, y'all. And a guy claimed to slip down the stairs. No, he didn't. He wanted a free check. That joker sued me for a bunch of money. Went through 2 years of agony out my own pocket because there was no insurance coverage. Because if you got the insurance, they're going to send the Johnny Cochran team to court for you. You stay at home and kick your feet up. Make sense? I didn't know that when I first started. So I teach that now. Now, years ago, I'll admit, I kind of kept it to myself. You had to pay me to hear that. But when I heard so many people getting in trouble, that was one thing I said, you know what? I'm taking a veil off of this one. I want everybody that would ever listen to me, before you get good in business, and if you let my person tell it, that insures all us or a lot of us, she said, Derrick, the day you get your LLC, call me and get it. Now, most of us want to get that when we get started, when you get a house, when you get people. But remember, the first day you get approved for the LLC, somebody could just look you up and say, oh, I tripped and fell on her porch, or she offended me in Walmart. Because what I found out, guys, a lawsuit don't have to be true, but you need the coverage in order to be covered, to be able to fight for you. Because if not, that money come from your pocket, and lawyers and court are expensive. So let that just come from me. Notice I didn't sugarcoat that. I didn't elongate it. I just came out with it. Got a call today from somebody I'm coaching right now, and it's burning my feelings. But prior to meeting to me, she was already in real estate trying to do this similar game. Somebody told her she didn't need it. Guys, she would have never heard that from me. Make sense? So it was kind of too late. She never got it. Anyway, okay, so let me not say that. But if you are under my one-on-one coaching, when we meet on that family talk, in fact, we have family talk coming up Wednesday with the group coaching group. So if you're in my ILF collective this Wednesday, I do believe we meet. Remember, that's every 14 days. So just small plug. My one-on-one coaching, I'm in your back pocket. You have me whenever you want me, right? That's Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. And you get a bunch of meetings and a bunch of stuff. My collective group, they meet with me every 14 days. And the one-on-one people, you're invited to it. My one-on-one people come to everything I have, right? I spoil them. So my one-on-one people, I'll see you also Wednesday, okay? So every 14 days for the one-on-one people, but my one-on-one people can call me every day, Monday through Friday, right? And emergencies, even on weekends, if it's like a dire emergency. But okay, so with our coaching, let me just put a small plug in here. With our coaching, guys, it's almost fail-proof because God is amazing. He's a part of it. And the only way you fail at this is if you quit. Now, if you quit, I can guarantee you won't be good at this. But if you put your hands to the plow, you keep God first and keep us right behind that with the coaching, it's impossible for you to fail. I don't care where you live at. This works in all 50 states. Make sense, everybody? So that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I talked about. Let me pay a few bills real quick. I'm going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that, but and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Are you a nurse, LPN, or even a social worker or a discharge planner? And are you tired of having a job that doesn't appreciate the hard work that you do? I want to introduce to you Independent Living Facilities, which is a shared living environment for adults where they can live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So I want to show you how to do that because you're currently working a job that doesn't appreciate you. What if you could get into real estate, but also still be helping people? That's what we call independent living facilities. And I want to show you guys March the 28th. So make sure you sign up at ilfconsulting.org. Again, LPNs, social workers, nurses, CNAs. If you're in the healthcare industry, you're already doing it. Let's just get you doing it in your own real estate, whether you want to rent it, lease it, or buy the property. I'll see you guys at ilfconsulting.org and in Orlando, Florida, March the 28th for the live event. Don't wait to be great, and we'll see you there. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my master class that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. All right, we are back. We are back. And thank y'all so much again for being part of the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. Again, I'm your new big brother, Derrick Forston. If you desire to get into real estate and help people, this is it, you guys. And it's called independent living facilities. So one other thing I want to talk about, that April the 7th, for the first time in life, I'm giving an ILF masterclass, but only for a specific group of people. Usually I teach it to the world and anybody that wants to come. But specifically for April the 7th, you must be a nurse, LPN, CNA, or somewhere in the healthcare industry. So I want you guys to sign up by typing the word class, and I'll put that scrolling below. But if you type the word class to 407-326-0086, that's how you sign up for that. Again, April the 7th, 7:30 p.m. And it's via the web, y'all. So it's no travel required. And this is only for people that are in the healthcare industry. I'm so strict on this one, y'all, that I think that even a part of the sign up, you got to show me your ID. Like, I want to see your work badge. I want something that says you're a nurse, LPN, CNA, or somewhere in the healthcare industry, right? That's who this class is for. So in fact, it's called the ILF Masterclass, the Healthcare Edition. One more time, you're going to text class to 407-326-0086. It's on the screen right now to join that web class, which is April the 7th, 7:30 p.m. No travel required. Tell a fellow nurse, LPN, CNA, anybody that's already caring for people somewhere in the healthcare industry. Again, that's April the 7th. All right. Also, as I give my last announcement, if you have any questions or concerns about anything that you heard just a second ago from me talking or from any of the commercials, let me know. Type it in the chat. I want to answer about 7 questions before I get you guys out of here. I don't want to be super long tonight. I'm still under 50 minutes, so I'm doing real good, right? But if you got questions, especially if you're new to me, I want to make sure that I take the best 7 questions and knock them out, okay? So none of you all will go through a lawsuit without having a general liability policy. And every one of you guys, if you are serious about real estate, definitely still consider the March 28th event. I'm sure by the time I get off here tonight, that last VIP ticket going to be gone, and I probably won't be taking many other regular tickets. So while I'm still live, guys, there is still one more VIP ticket. And like I said, the only way that I'll extend that, if it happens to be a married couple and you need to get your boo thing one, okay? Other than that, guys, this event is pretty much at its peak of where I want it, because I like small groups, right? So the 10 people alone that's going to go to the ILF house with me, like, that goes to a whole nother level. I don't even really put a time frame on those usually, because again, your eyes going to be open to so much other stuff. That turns into a whole nother coaching moment usually, right? So I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited for Saturday. I get excited every time I speak and have to go somewhere to speak about this, but I get really excited when I get to show you an ILF right after we talk about one. And what's really cool, we're going to take you to one that Shay and I bought. So we rent and we lease a lot of these places. But Shay and I will take you guys to the ILF that we bought, we purchased. Because remember, we are DSCR lenders.
So if you want to buy a property for 50 grand or 50 million, I can help you, right? So I don't care if you find one for 50 million, I'm going to cover 80% of that. You bring the 20% and let's make a deal, right? I am a DSCR lender. So if you want a fix and flip product, you want to go buy a piece of junk and fix it up, I'll help you do that. That's only 10% down. I'll pay for 90% of that. Does that make sense, y'all? Some of y'all don't even know that. I am a asset-based lender. If you want to fix and flip from me, go find a property, because we do this. Go find a piece of junk. Let me give you 90% of that. You give me the 10%, and I'm going to cover 100% of the rehab. Does that make sense? How many of y'all didn't know that about me? Put a 0 in the chat if you never knew we did that. I know I'm Mr. ILF, and that's all most people know me for, but I'm a business coach, but I'm also an asset-based lender. Put a 0 in the chat if you never knew, if you wanted a $50 million building, that I'll give you 80% of that. And I don't care about your taxes. I don't care about your job. Asset-based lending, guys, is different from Bank of America and Chase and Wells Fargo. They want your tax returns. You got to be in your job 2 years. I don't care if you quit your job last night. If you got 20%, let's go to the closing table. I'm going to check the chat because some of y'all don't know that. How many of y'all know that I'm an asset and you didn't know that? Tessie didn't know that. Josephine didn't know. Tiana, who's been around me a long time now, didn't even know that. So I need to talk about that more often. Who you think lended Shay the money for her place? And I probably charge Shay more than normal. Don't tell I said that. But seriously, guys, I am an asset-based lender. And again, I'm different from a traditional bank. So let me break that down. Bank of America wants your tax returns, job history, credit. I don't even really care about your credit. Now, I'll admit, the better your credit, the better your scores. I mean, your interest rate. Don't come, I ain't gonna say don't come, but fix your credit first, maybe. I got a lady for that. I ain't even talked about that yet. The lady that's always fixing my credit, she's made us an affiliate now. I'll be dropping that I'll probably drop that Saturday morning. So if you want your credit fixed, guys, it's $300. So the people that's charging $1,500 and $2,000 and $299 every month, that's over with. I got a lady that got a one-time fee. She keep me in the credit shop. My credit stay in the shop, y'all, because I'm always doing stuff with it. So it go up and down, up and down. It just came out of a real bad down, and now I'm spiraling up again. And I just did a power move that's going to make it go to about 750, probably 760-ish. So, yeah, if you need your credit fixed, I got you. I'm going to be dropping that. In fact, we may even invite the lady on, because I want her to do that. She will speak in my one-on-one group automatically. She will speak in the collective automatically, but I may even invite her to my whole YouTube channel just to pour out to you all. But yeah, so if you guys didn't know that, like, we loan on real estate and 100% for the rehab, meaning you don't need the money from your pocket. Now, you do need to pay for it first, and we reimburse you. So most people, because if you get your credit right, you're going to use business credit. That's why you need to get your credit fixed so you can get thousands of dollars like Miss Chambers did on credit that has a 0% interest. I dropped the credit hack just today on my page, and I'm no credit guru. I just do what works, and I tell people about it. So again, guys, if you want a fix and flip loan, I cover 90% of the piece of junk that you want. Now, if it's a pretty nice house, you still need them same 20%. But if you go buy a piece of junk, I'm going to cover 90%. You bring the 10%. And then I'm going to cover 100% of the rehab. Guys, that's called an asset-based lender. And I don't care about your job. I don't care if you started last week or you quit last night when they made you mad. I don't care about your tax returns. Does that make sense, everybody? Put a 0 in the chat if that makes sense. Or if you lost, put Derrick, I'm lost, bro. How you do that? Look it up. It's asset-based lending. I don't asset. I care more about the asset than I do about your credit. More about the asset than I do about your experience in doing a fix and flip. I don't care about none of that. So again, 99% of y'all that find us, you guys want to get into the real estate play of shared housing, and that's what we do. In fact, we love to call it real ministry. Okay, so let me go to the chat. I want to answer 7 questions. Let me see if y'all got something for me. Let Miss Josephine, you got a question for me? Miss Iceline, any questions? Alicia, talk to me. Anything? You guys are regular, so y'all don't probably have anything. Y'all just soaking it up, right? But I'm glad you all didn't know that we do the asset-based lending, because again, if you don't know, tell a friend. I give affiliates for that, right? Okay. Let me see. I'm looking for some questions. No questions yet. So let me remind you real quick while I got a bunch of new people here now. Don't forget, guys, March the 28th is our live event in Orlando, Florida. And if you haven't got your ticket yet, what you waiting on? Because there's only one VIP ticket left. There's several regular tickets, but there's only one VIP ticket left. Visit ilfconsulting.org. I'll repeat that 5 times. ilfconsulting.org. That's ILF as in independent living. ILFconsulting.org. That's where you're going to get your tickets at. Big shout out to all the people that got tickets today. I tell my team every year, man, people always get the tickets that last week. Some of my time, my team starts to panic like, Derrick, what if nobody shows up? I say, come on, guys. Y'all remember how that was 9 years ago when I went into a room and spoke to nobody and still recorded it? Guys, the show go on. I'm never afraid of speaking. Let this be an encouragement to somebody. I don't know who this is for. I am never afraid of throwing an event and nobody not showing up. Because guess what? If worst come to worst, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to record it, and y'all going to believe I was live. Guys, I started that way. You got to prove it to yourself before you get a room of 10, 20, 30, 50 people, 100 people. I done spoken all kind of crowds. 0 people, 3 people, 300 people, 3,000. You got to do them all the same. In the beginning, I'll never forget the first time I spoke and got 13 people in the room. I almost lost it because I was so used to speaking to nobody or 1 person or 2 people, and then the 2 people leave. The first time I got 13 people to sit down and just listen to me, and it was online, actually. I'll admit it was a Zoom. I almost lost it. I was like, oh my God, they stand and they listening and they commenting. And like now, right now, it's 30 people in here. And like, I got people that every time they open up a room, it's 3,000 people. So everybody's on their own level. But you know, right now, I coach pastors right now that dream of getting 30 people in their church. So I never take for granted that 30 people show up here. And I hope that even when I speak, okay, if it's 3,000 or 300, I hope 3 people catch that message and move at the speed of instruction to do what God has already called you for. I'm just the big brother he put in your face so that you don't have an excuse of why it didn't happen. Some of y'all gonna make an excuse on Judgment Day. He gonna say, really? You don't remember that big mouth, loud mouth, bald head guy, Derrick, I put in your face all them years, and you just listened and you never moved? That was the sign. Derrick was your key to get in that door. God says, I'm the source. Derrick is the resource for you guys to get it. And that's how I want y'all to view life. God is my source. He's made me a resource, and I want to give it to the world, whatever your gift is. Make sense, y'all? So let me go to the chat, because I'm just now rambling now. So let me check the chat. Any questions? This must be so good. Y'all ain't got no questions. Let's see. Let's see. Here's the question. How can I contact you? Credit score is 800. That's amazing. You can change the world with a credit score like that. Miss Viola, I'm gonna try to keep this real nice and just even, because I can lose it in excitement over what you just said. And watch this, Miss V. If you allow me to call you that, because I'm your brother, right? You probably like a lot of people that got an 800 score, but you ever heard but don't know what to do with it? Miss V, if you'll be honest, because I'm your brother, can you admit that and say yes or no to that? Because I want to just prove a point, whether you say yes or no. I got a point on both sides, actually. So, Miss V, tell me, are you somebody that's got an 800 but don't know what to do with it, and you just love the fact it's 800? Now, I'm going to jokingly say this, but I got a lot of my aunties that are like that. Pristine credit. But they don't desire to get in business. They just love the fact that they got an 800 credit score. Now, I got coaches that say, boy, that's crazy. You got an 800 what, and you won't go into business and go and get 3 and 4 and 500 grand in business credit? But again, if that's not your game, why would you do that? But I'm going to check the chat. Miss V, are you one of those people? Because I'm going to congratulate you, first of all, for having a great credit score, but let's use it and let's change your life with it. How many of y'all dream to be like Miss V in the chat? Put a number 5 in the chat, because I'm going to be the first person. I'm going to put my 5 in the chat. I'm in credit repair right now. How many of y'all dream to be like Miss V and have an 800 credit score? How many of y'all to be honest like me and won't lie about it? And she said, yes, I want to use it. Now, whether that's for buying credit or starting a business, because I'm a business coach too, please get with me, Miss V. So if you've never watched our original webinar, start there, and that'll lead to a free call. Usually it's with Jennifer, but if you say, hey, Jennifer, this for Derrick, she's going to say, yeah, right, because she's been trained not to do that. But I'll remember your name if you said that, because if this is what you're trying to do and you're coming on my business side, that's different. Okay? So, yeah, I would love to talk to you, actually. In fact, let's just have fun with that real quick. Put in the chat, what is your dream in terms of getting started? Is it ILF? Is it real estate? Is it a bakery? Is it a daycare? Is it a pizza shop? Like, you want to flip houses? Like, what do you want to do with that 500? In fact, everybody right now, put in the chat, 99% of y'all that come here want to do this, but I just want to know, because if it's not, I'm a business coach, period. I don't care what you do, I can help. Put in the chat, guys, what is all y'all dream to do in business? Is it this real estate play? Iceline said 803. Lord have mercy. Iceline, watch this. The lady that just made a comment in the chat, I'm going to put her on screen. She's in my group coaching. She came to one session, which she got me for a whole year. She listened to one thing I told her to go and do about her credit. She went to the bank the next 2 days and got $45,000 in business credit. That's what I mean by when I talked about her last week about investing in yourself. $5,000 is the group coaching. I sent her to go get the bag, and she went and got $45,000 and got more still pending. Business credit, lines of credit, and business credit cards. That's why the coaching is so powerful. And watch this. She didn't come to me for that. And normally, I'll admit, I never talk about credit that much. Especially not to what I would call just say the group coaching. Now, my one-on-one people, I spoil them like they get my life. Right? And that's what I'm slowly turning the group coaching into. But they give me every 14 days versus the one-on-one. You got me every day of your life, basically. Does that make sense, everybody? So I'm going to turn the chat because I'm super laid back today. I'm in no rush. I think it's an 803 credit score. That's crazy. Heather says almost 800. Like, that's where I'm trying to go, y'all. Mine keep going up and down because I buy real estate. I start businesses, and I use a lot of business credit, personal credit. So it does this. Long time it's been up, but these last few months, it went because I did a lot of stuff, and now it's doing this again. And hopefully when this next update come, that thing say 750-ish, 760, because I made a power play that I'm actually going to tell you guys about. When Antonia, remind me to tell you what I did that's going to make my score go to 760 on Wednesday night. She's a part of my group. Antonia, in fact, right now in the chat, it says you and your husband, tell the people who you guys are, how long you been under us, like yesterday you just started, right? Where are you located? And tell them which coaching that you're in, because somebody's going to miss that. She's in what I call the ILF Collective. It's our group coaching. I'm in her face every 14 days, y'all. You know how some group coaching like once a month, once every other month? Not mine. I'm in your face every 13 and a half days. And if you miss it, even though it break my heart, no problem. I record it, and you still going to get that and the transcript. We don't play. Never an excuse. I told you guys, if you don't succeed at this under my coaching, you didn't try. Stand on that. Because God is good. He honors it. Our coaching is amazing because of God. I'm the best at it because I'm also the ILF trademark holder. And because I've been through so many mistakes, that's why I'm so good at it. Not because I'm just so good, because I messed it up so bad, y'all. Make sense? We trademarked it, and God 100% backs it. So if you don't quit and you do the work, it's impossible for you to fail at this. Can 5 of y'all type in the chat impossible? Because all things are possible to him that believes. I could type everything back into that word. I'm moving on. I was able to get the time freed up from my job. I will see y'all on Saturday. See? Didn't even know that. She coming to see us Saturday. She's already under the coaching, but gonna drive way from where she at, or fly from way from, what is it, North Carolina? I remember now. See, I got you now. To Orlando, Florida. That's called investing in yourself. It ain't about me. I'm already in this. I want to further her and her husband. Oh, Lord have mercy. Somebody gonna miss that. I'm going in the chat. Good, sis. Sis, tell your husband I am glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. Okay. Vala says, I have the DIY. Perfect. Perfect. I remember you saying that you like binging it. I remember that. Guys, she's got the DIY. Miss V. Miss V is a person that says, Derrick, I don't need your one-on-one help. Or maybe not right now. Some people get it and then upgrade. The DIY, guys, is only $9.97. I give you everything my one-on-one people get. You just don't get me. You can't pick that phone up and call me. The collective, you don't get me every 14 days with that DIY. And Tania get me every 14 days, me and my wife on that Zoom religiously. Oh, and what's exciting too, Miss Chambers, is that probably not this Wednesday, but coming up, some of my seasoned people gonna come and talk. I want Jermaine to come and speak sometime because he's a DIY good guy. I want Katara to come and coach sometime because she's a one-on-one client. Miss Chambers, you gonna be coaching and talking in probably 3 weeks. Just talking about your process. People need to hear that and be encouraged by it. So you didn't even know that, but you're going to be talking in my group one night where I'm not going to be there, Miss Chambers. I'm going to say, Miss Chambers, it's on you. You and your husband take it. Tell me how it went tomorrow. She probably said, oh, my God. Yes. Because when you move at the speed of instruction and you can be an inspiration to other people, I'm not a hater. I want my other people to see you succeed. Some coaches are hide that, not me. I want to celebrate it and show people. I'm going back in the chat. Yes, Antonia, you need one-on-one coaching. I would recommend that because again, you're somebody that is moving so fast, and this is a good thing. And watch me use this term, y'all. She's outrunning the group coaching. Some of y'all, depending on the level of the coaching, it doesn't do you justice. The person that moves a little bit slower, that's got 5 kids, they're all in sports. Your husband's needy. You a part of your board at your church. You got 3 jobs yourself. You got 4 entrepreneurship endeavors. You busy. You can wait every 14 days and then implement stuff. Antonio, you moving so fast. You're outrunning the group coaching. You don't need to be in group coaching. You are the greatest example of somebody that don't need or should get group coaching. Now, Antonio, you too new to me to know this because I say this all the time back in the day. But prime example, if you like me and you a little bit of a knucklehead and you don't get things right away, why am I buying the DIY? DIY means do it on your own. You mess around and get that DIY, your place going to be looking like this. Hold it, y'all. Watch this. You get that DIY, you're not going to mean to do it, Antonia, and not you, sis, not you, not you. Know how you be in church, say that row behind you? Not you, Antonia. But if you don't get that coaching, me as somebody that's not a good DIYer, every coaching I buy, y'all, and I buy a bunch of coaching. I don't get no DIY. I want to talk to the coach, the guy that made this thing. The rats, the roaches, and the filth in the ground, this lady never got coaching, y'all. And even with a good heart, without coaching, your place can end up like this on screen because of the people that you housing. And now you scared to go. I coached a lady, T. Sims. If you on here, you will know who I'm talking about. That lady was scared to go to her ILF, y'all, because it was out of control. It looked like this, and she was a good lady, worked for the city, helping with these kind of clients. But she said, Derrick, I'll admit, I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to help people. See how that'll make you look bad, though? Put a 3 in the chat if that made sense. You can have a big heart, want to help people, but because you don't know what you're doing, The people you're housing gonna make you look bad, not because you a crummy lady. Does that make sense? Put a 3 in the chat. Anyway, for my new people that just joined, this is what I saw a lady doing, making 41 grand a month. And I just said, why not me? But do it the right way. So not in rats and roaches, not in filth and grime, not with 14 diabetic needles on the floor. Where that guy sitting on that bed at, I counted over 14 needles because he was a diabetic on the floor. And look at him, y'all, ain't even wearing no shoes. That lady that was housing people in this condition was making $41,000 every 30 days. I ask it all the time. If you made 30 grand a month, would that change your life a little bit? I tell you guys what, man, let me pay a quick commercial break. Let me pay some bills real quick and I'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. My name is Jermaine. I've been with Derrick and Shay for about 4 months now. I got my first property within a month and a half or so of being under their coaching. I have a 6-bedroom house. I got all the rooms filled already. I'm charging $800 a month. You guys do the math on that. Derrick and Shay don't like to talk about the money, but me, I'm a numbers guy. But the coaching is fantastic. Like, you will not lose. You will not lose. Please make the decision. Getting this coaching, whether it's the DIY or the 101 coaching. If you can do it with the DIY without talking to Derrick every day, then go for it. But if you can do it and you need somebody to hold your hand and you need to call Derrick whenever you need him, then I suggest you get the 101 coaching. Yeah, it's been the best decision of my life, man. I'm telling you, like, get with it, and get ready to fire your boss, because it's going to happen. Thank y'all. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this show. But just in case you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them? Everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property, we put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
All right, we are back. And if you just joined us, thank you so much for being here. This is called Don't Wait to Be Great. And we're simply discussing independent living facilities. And what's on screen is the wrong way to do this. So we do not do it in these conditions. I just brought that back up to prove a point. But back to what I was saying earlier, sometimes people choose the wrong coaching, right? That DIY means you can do it on your own. Right. I often talk about Jermaine Mills and how he does his thing and how he don't need a lot of help from us. Just got his second property, 2 properties and 20 beds. Can one of y'all, just one person, it can be Jermaine. Jermaine, can you put 20 beds times 850 in the chat? I just want to show people what a regular everyday guy, because they'll call me and you everyday guys, Jay. Jermaine was an everyday guy just like me, y'all. Found me on YouTube, running my big mouth, came to my first event he saw, came to the next one, and then immediately invested in the DIY. And the only reason he ain't coming to Orlando is because he's got a prior engagement. But he's a good example. He said, Derrick, I don't need you to hold my hand, bro. I will want the one-on-one coaching, Derrick, but, bro, I can follow directions. I can read. I can watch your videos, Derrick. He said, Derrick, I heard you say that if you can read, you can lead. Jermaine just got his second house. Can you imagine having 2 houses with 20 beds total? That means he got some big old houses. I'm from the South, y'all. Big old mean big. Somebody put 20 beds times 850 in the chat right now and show. Let's put Jermaine Mills' business in the street. Let's show you what you should strive for. 2 houses, 20 beds. Come on, guys. 20 times 850. Anybody, help me out, Rhonda. Help me out, Antonio. Help me out, Tessie. Cheryl Stanley, help me out. Somebody put 17K. Weird, but not. Is that math okay with y'all? Is that good or is that math wrong? Give me a second person just to check it. What is 20 beds times 850? And remember, that's not setting alarm systems. That's taking people from homeless to hopeful, doing God's work, being respected by your community, and making enough money to feed his family, y'all. Jermaine's got a family. Put a number 8 in the chat if you got a family, a spouse, a husband, a boo thing, a kid or 2, twins. You got a boy, you got a girl. They grown, they not. How many of y'all got grandchildren, Miss Josephine? Josephine just sounds like a name that would have great grandchildren one day, if not already. Mia, I'm assuming you got a family. Miss Iceline, I'm assuming you got a family. This is one of these things that it's not about just you. It changes the trajectory of your city because you're solving a problem. They got meetings every month and every quarter in your city talking about how can we solve the problems. And most people do it the way you see on this screen. I'm just asking us to change that and not put people on the kitchen floor. And we can put them in stuff that look like this, stuff that look like that, the living room that looks like that. Like this part to me isn't the rocket science part by treating people with dignity, right? Sheets on the bed, a pillow, paying the light bill, paying the water bill, like the regular stuff, you guys. Hope they getting it, Jermaine. So one more time, that's what I meant by that. Like that DIY, you're saying, Derrick, I'm good with just following direction. The one-on-one coaching, you kind of like me. You say, nah, Derrick, I'm a little bit of a knucklehead, bro, and I want to be able to be tied to your hip. You and Shay. And Derrick, because you told me I'm one-on-one coaching, but I can still come every 14 days, Derrick, I'm all over that. And Tania, that's how you mix it. One-on-one coaching, still come every 14 days, but like that day you posted that question, now you call me. You got my phone number at the one-on-one coaching, and you still come every 14 days to that. And Monday through Friday, blow me up from, what is it now, 10 to 4. I'm available. So that's what, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's 6 hours a day. All your problems Monday through Friday. Okay? So again, if you just, so 17,000 minus, like Alicia said, probably 5,000. I think he said that last week. But I'll let Jermaine tell his story. Jermaine, what is your expenses every month, big bro? Now, I'll admit, normally me, I got to get 3 houses to come up with 20 beds or more. That just tells me he's got big houses, because I remember his first house was a 6-bedroom. And under my coaching, like I tell all y'all, most of y'all can get 2 of these houses and walk off your job. Okay? Because a lot of y'all are not making that big money. Like, guys, I was making 28 grand a year. How does that sound compared to what Jermaine just made, housing people from homeless to hopeful that will be sleeping behind a dumpster without Jermaine's program? That don't even compare. And I had to work 8 hours a day, 9 and 10 hours a day to make it. And now I go to the same hospital where I worked there for 9 years and pick up checks for people I'm housing now. How great does that feel? How many of you guys are working in healthcare right now that would love to go back to the same place or where you were working at to pick up checks now? That's me. Thank God for that place that I kept a relationship with. And the coffee and donuts actually help too, remember? Because I'm taking that everywhere I go. Okay. Back in the chat. Super laid back tonight. It's 8:19, and I better wrap up because I don't want Jermaine to rush me out of here. Let me see. Hey, Derrick, I will be purchasing the DIY package when affordable. It's crazy affordable right now. But until then, I will be in your lives. Yes, ma'am. Please do. Looking forward to meeting you soon, for sure. Where do you live at, Miss Barbara? Miss Jones? Let us know where you live at. And that DIY again, if you're like Jermaine and you can follow instruction, like, dude, in fact, who said that? Miss Barbara, I tell you what, And because of Miss Barbara, and because y'all gonna hear it, I can't keep it a secret. I'll bless 5 people right now that want the DIY. You just let Jennifer know that Derrick said, say, Jennifer, Derrick said that I get that discount that you guys offer. And he said you will know which one I'm talking about. Like, say that. Okay. And she'll know exactly what to do. So even at that $9.97, I'm gonna give you a scholarship on that. That'll cut that price a little bit. Okay. You still gonna have a tab, but it won't be the $9.97. So if you're listening to this right now, tell Jennifer that Derrick said to tell you, Jennifer, to give him that scholarship that goes to the DIY. And he said, Derrick said, and you know which one. Say the big one. So, Miss Barbara, that's for you and anybody that heard me tell you that secret just now. Okay. And I'm feeling good now. So anybody that wants the one-on-one coaching, and this is not my people that are already in the collective, because you guys are doing that too. You guys just pay the difference. Y'all don't pay the whole tab anymore. Remember, I wouldn't do that. Now, some coaches do that because they say, well, you did buy the collective and this one different. Guys, I'm such a softy and a nice guy. I literally apply what you've already paid and you just pay the difference. But right now, if you're a brand new person, I would have blessed one person right now that wants to move at the speed of instruction to get the one-on-one coaching, right? And I'll just throw out a number. I'll give you a $1,500 discount, right? And not a discount. It's going to be a scholarship, actually, right? So I'll give you a scholarship for $1,500 towards the one-on-one coaching. You text that to my team. In fact, Jennifer just left, what, at 7:30? So I'll even give you guys a phone number, 407-457-1226. I'm actually going to put it right here. So scrolling at the bottom of the screen, that phone number right there, if you text that number and say, hey, now listen now, my bot's going to read this, and my bot that's going to have a clue what you're talking about. So when they start responding, ignore my bot. But if you ask my bot anything about an ILF, he going to guide you right where you need to be. But I'll tell you right now, when you tell him this, he's going to be like, it costs this, and let's do this. I just want my team to see it. So I'm telling you right now, and this is one person. The first person that responds is Jennifer, Derrick said, give me a $1,500 discount off of your one-on-one coaching. You get it, period. Done with that. And if you missed that message, that probably wasn't for you. So that number is 407-326-0086. Don't put it in this chat. Text it to that number because I want my team to see it. Because nobody will say that unless you were here live. So I'll know where it came from. In fact, if they hear it on the replay that's outside of today, I'll just say this right now, that don't count. I'm taking one person that's want to move at the speed of instruction, $1,500 off of the first one, and we'll call it a scholarship because there's a really nice lady, and I'm finna call her out in 2 seconds. And I don't know her from a can of paint, but I'm finna tell all her business. There was a lady, let me check the chat real quick. Tiana, make sure you get in that collective. Please jump in that. Because in fact, today's date is what, the 21st? No, the 23rd. When March comes, I will take no more people in that cohort of the collective. You'd have to wait till the next one, whenever that is. But that was a size now that I kind of like it. So if you want the ILF Mastery Blueprint Collective, you want to be in this group, just get in now. If not, you can still get in, but you'll have to wait till I start the new cohort because I'm going to split them up because I'll tell y'all the secret. I'm going to split them up and I'm going to kind of judge y'all on how y'all do by the group. So, and I've secretly gave all of y'all a name already. So there'll probably be 3 or 4 of these cohorts of the collective. And this first one, let's just put it like this. Of this first cohort, Antonia's kind of like the leader. She's like the Michael Jordan of the team, if you will. And every cohort will need a person like that because I'm going to judge y'all by y'all team. Because remember, I want y'all to also kind of sort of work together and be talking amongst each other. That's why one of y'all coaches on the Wednesday night, I want Antonia to talk to y'all. Like, without me being there, Antonia, what did you do when Derrick told you to? How did it seem like it went so fast for you? How did you walk in the bank and get $45,000 from the one thing Derrick told you? Because when I tell y'all sometimes, it sounds like womp, womp, womp. But when she tell you, it's like, oh my God. And what's crazy is that if you do join, they're all recorded and we put them back in the group. So that same information I gave her to get 45 grand with no money from her pocket, it's in that group. Right? So do yourself a favor, guys, and make sure you either get that one-on-one coaching if you're a knucklehead like me and you need to be held on to, the collective, you want me in your face every 14 days, right? Or you start with my $5 group, that's 16 cents a day. And that's what I recommend for everybody to get. Start there, and then you upgrade to either DIY, collective, or one-on-one. Okay. In fact, let me show this real quick. Let me show y'all something. People often, and I never show it, and I should do this more. This is I'm gonna show two things. I'm gonna show who an ILF is not for, and I want to show you guys our coaching packages. But I also want to add, because I often talk about who is this for. If you love God, love people, love real estate, but who ain't this for? And that's bad English. But watch me take you down this little thing here. Let me see. Right here is what you kind of just heard me talk about, that $5 group. I got something that's also called a no excuse zone, and that's my free content. 7 days a week, guys. My team is playing something of me running this big mouth. And now it's 3 times a day. So I do one right at 7 a.m., 7 p.m., 11 p.m. Guys, we're live 3 times a day because of a system that I use. So I'm hard to miss. So will you all subscribe to the YouTube channel right now? If you can multitask, if you on your phone so that you never miss it and you get the alert when we're coming on live. The next thing is that $5 group that I talked about, and you can get this by texting the word 5. So just text the word 5, FIV to 407-326-0086. The reason why this group is powerful, y'all, all my life that I've been coaching this, 2 of the master classes that I taught that's in this group, you would have to pay me thousands of dollars or get my one-on-one coaching. For the first time ever in 2026, I put my ILF masterclass that I taught just less than 3 weeks ago. It's over 2 hours long, a masterclass. Normally, only my one-on-one people got that. Now, for $5, and I'm crazy for doing that, it's in that group. And then my other masterclass is called the HRA, Housing Referral Agency. Meaning 95% of y'all that's watching me right now, you can't go out tomorrow and buy a house, rent one, or lease one. But I teach you how to use your cell phone to still do what we do and still make an impact and an income. You still make money by making referrals. So watch this. That one I taught for 1 hour and 45 minutes about how to use your cell phone only in relationship and how you make $300 to $400 to $500 per referral. So that means you take the phone call, do an assessment, which I coach you on all of this, and make a referral to Miss Teresa that's already got a house. She pay you a referral fee. That's how a lot of my people get started before they get their own house. So inside of this $5 group is both of those classes. And usually outside of 2026, you had to be in my one-on-one coaching to get either one of those. And now I got a free HRA webinar that's like 10 minutes long that breaks it down. How do you be a housing referral agency? So text this. Text the phrase HRA to 407-326-0086, and you'll get that as a free instant download. And guys, the cool part about this system, I keep saying text this and text that, we give y'all this same system. So whether you get my DIY, my one-on-one coaching, or the collective, I give you this software. It comes with your website build out and your business phone line all on me. Guys, I am hard to beat if you can't notice. I got everything from free all the way to $30,000. You get in where you fit in. How fast do you want to go? Now, I'll admit, most people get the $5 group and they'll either get the DIY, collective, or one-on-one coaching. Very few selected people to get that my high one, right? And that one, you will see that one later. But that was 30 grand. And that one means I give you the keys and say, congratulations, get started. I do everything for you. Get the house, the tenants, everything, and say, here you go. That one starts at 30 grand. Most of you, 98% of y'all don't need that. So don't even ask about it. That's a very small percentage of people that are busy, high executives, ain't got no time to run it or set it up. And we work out something where all that's done for them. 98% of y'all don't need that. Y'all focus on this $5 group. So text the word 5 to 407-326-0086. You put in your info, bam, you enter that group. Click the tab that says learning, and that's where those 2 classes at. If you do nothing else but watch those 2, that's worth your money if you did nothing else. And I would watch it once a month, once a week, because I teach everything that my one-on-one people get in that ILF masterclass, guys, for $5. Crazy. Can 2 of y'all put crazy in the chat? Crazy. Right here is, I'll admit, is what's becoming my favorite and most purchased. Most people want this collective so that we can learn and grow together. No more learning alone. No more scratching your head, and also being a part of a group of people that's already doing it. And lucky for you, I invite my one-on-one people, so they just come anyway. So my one-on-one people come to this every 14 days too. They get everything, y'all. They're spoiled. But the collective, I'm in your face every 13 and a half days. In fact, this Wednesday is y'all next meeting. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's hours, and you always get the recording. And then some of y'all still come to YouTube. So people like Antonia, that's why I knew she was going to be good at this. She listened to everything that we said. She moved fast. She instantly bought the coaching and finna get the one-on-one now. Because in my opinion, she's outrunning the group coaching. She did the wrong coaching, in my opinion. And that's a compliment to her. That's not a bad thing. Everybody hear that. If you're outrunning my coaching, wow. And really, that's only going to be in the DIY or the collective. Because the DIY is like, do it on your own. But if you zoom through it and you still ain't got it, you need one-on-one, or at least the collective. But if you zooming through the collective and you're outpacing it, you got to go one-on-one. So that's actually a compliment that, Antonia, you are outpacing and outrunning the group coaching. You're too good for group coaching. You're moving too fast, too well. You need the one-on-one to be in contact every day. Put make sense in the chat if that makes sense, okay? But again, the collective, to me, I'll admit y'all, this is becoming my favorite. Because again, it allows me to give you guys what I call a no excuse zone. I've never offered group coaching ever in life. 2026 was the first time I started the group cohort. People have been begging for years. And dumbing me, I just always kept it to one-on-one coaching. And now what's so crazy, eventually, guys, I'm gonna get away from one-on-one coaching. Like, I can imagine probably by year 2027, if not in the beginning, probably halfway of that year, I'll probably go all the way from one-on-one, and everything will be collective. It'll all be group, okay? And that's just me also buying my time back over the years, okay? But the cool part about it, once you're in it, you're a grandfather. So that's one of those things that get it before it ends too. Collective, take your time, because it probably ain't going nowhere. But that one-on-one coaching, guys, I'd be shocked if I was still doing one-on-one in the latter part of 2027. Okay. And then the next, even though this one, collective, is the most recommended, still the one-on-one is probably still the most popular. Some people say, Derrick, that group coaching good, that DIY okay, but bro, I want your phone number, Derrick. Like, since your other sister just upgraded, you will see that when we meet Wednesday, she's one-on-one now. And she's also coming to, so y'all gonna meet actually. So you, Minya, and Andrea, you guys will meet Saturday. They started out group coaching. They said, Derrick, this is amazing, but we need more of this. I can't wait 14 days, bro. No problem. Now, one lady said, now I got a couple people that said, Derrick, I would be crazy to get the one-on-one, because you're gonna coach me too fast. Derrick, I want to grow with other people. I want to see examples of the other people you coaching. That was smart of her. And Tania's one of those people who she's watching, and Miss Chambers don't even know it. So sometimes, Miss Chambers, you're being an inspiration to people and you don't even know it. And that's why I want you guys together. That's why I love the group coaching too. But if I was honest, the one-on-one is still the most popular. This one's $7,500. Oh, guys, I forgot. The group coaching, guys, is $4,997. We'll just call it $5,000. Okay. And then the one-on-one coaching is $7,500. So one more time, one-on-one coaching is $7,500. It lasts a year. The collective is 4,997. We'll just call it $5,000. That lasts a year. And then again, the $5 group, you last until you quit, until you leave. And then that DIY right here, again, you move at your own pace. You always got access to your portal. We never take it away. Now, sometimes my team has been pushing me, Derrick, only give it to them for a year. I don't like that. Once you buy it, it's yours. Just stay active in your portal so that you never get signed out. Because if you stay gone for 6 months, it may close you out. In fact, we just reopened 2 portals for some people this week. Derrick, I know it's been a long time. I know it's been about 8 months, but I was trying to get back in my portal. No problem. I had Jennifer call you. She was like, oh my God, Derrick, you're not going to charge me? No, you paid for it. So guys, like once you have this portal, you have all the coaching, then you still get me one-on-one, but everything that I'll ever coach you on and beyond is still in your portal already recorded. You call me for the big stuff, and you'll find it out once you get there. Today, you have no clue what is the big stuff. You never know that until you usually get there. Okay, so the DIY is that $997. We'll just call it $1,000. That's that one Jermaine Mills is purchased, and people know him by that. He only got this, y'all, but he also comes to a lot of our live events, and he's present every time we go live. Watch this. Jermaine is somebody that has to never come back here, ever. He's been here so much, and the fact that he's in it and he's got the DIY, he kind of don't need it. But yes, he do if you want to keep learning and growing. Why you think he keep coming? That's a good attitude from somebody that says, you know what? I know I'm doing good at this, but let me not act like I know it all because I'm still young, get it? And Derrick's my bro. Why wouldn't I join for 40 minutes to an hour? I'm doing nothing else at 7 o'clock. Makes perfect sense to me, Jermaine. Why you think he got 20 beds over 2 houses, $17,000 a month when he's full? Hope that makes sense to somebody. And right here, God bless her heart. I saw later tonight tried to purchase this probably 14 times. Her card either kept declining or something's going on. She put in the wrong, but I saw 14 entries for this. And I'll admit again, 90% of y'all can probably start here. Or if you say, Derrick, I only want to refer people. Derrick, I done got old now, but God still told me to help. This is the one for you because this one talks about how to become a housing referral agent. Now, this, I'll admit, has no coaching about how you do the ILF. This is how you answer that phone and make referrals to other people. How do you draw attention to you as the housing provider to get all the calls in your city and then refer out once they come? But then when you get your own property, now you funnel them to yourself. Make sense, y'all? And I like that. She says, determined to be better. That's a t-shirt, actually. Sis, you better print that before Jermaine steal it. I like that. Determined to be better. I love that. That's what Jermaine screams when he shows up here. Why would somebody come here with 2 houses and 20 beds and making 17 bands a month? Because he want bigger. He want more. Why stop at 2? At my highest height, I had 13 houses. God, that's a lot of work, even though they're independent. Today, not that many. Not that number. Today, I partner with more houses than I actually run today. I'm smart now. And now I own multiple businesses and I'm the coach. So today, I'll admit, I don't want 13 houses. When I started, Jermaine, I want 50 houses. I want 45. No, not now. I don't. Right? And you guys will learn that the further y'all go. It won't surprise me because I know that Jermaine is a serial entrepreneur anyway, but it won't surprise me in the next 6 months, Jermaine starts a completely different business using the same CRM system, Digital Flow Solutions. He's around us too much to hear all these ideas that we keep splitting out to y'all. I'll be shocked if he did it. So again, the HRA guys and everything we give y'all in terms of a course comes with our CRM system, the business phone line, and all the AI bots and tools built into it. You don't buy extra stuff with us. It comes in that same Digital Flow Solutions pack. So again, if you were wondering what we offer, you just saw it tonight. And this is my favorite question because there's a bunch of y'all here now. After hearing this now, guys, can y'all put in the chat and just show me and my team which one of these fits y'all learning style the best? Because I always tell people, Antonio, pick the coaching according to your learning style. If you can do it on your own, you a DIYer. You don't need me to hold your hand. You don't need my phone number. But if you a little bit of a knucklehead and just Derrick, I don't get it right away. Me either, y'all. Like, I'm like that. But boy, once you give it to me and I got it, you can't take it from me. So are you that? Or you say, Derrick, I want to learn to grow with other people. Derrick, I don't want to grow with just you and me on screen. That's embarrassing, and I may not be getting it. I want to hear from other stories, other people. I want to learn from other people in my city. I want to grow together, and every 14 days, Derrick, I want you in my face. So can all y'all put in the chat right now, which would you choose if you had to choose today? Are you a DIYer? Are you a group coaching kind of person? You said, nope, Derrick, I want you in my back pocket as my one-on-one brother. Put it in the chat. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes, but put in the chat right now as I go to a small commercial. Which one of those do you see yourself in? And we'll be right back.
Hey, Derrick. I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point.
Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, you know, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. Like, what does that mean? David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derrick could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy. Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that.
We are back. You heard my hard-headed brother David, right? Guys, you can become an affiliate of what we do. Events, our coaching, our ebooks. Prime example. Big shout out. Hold on. I want to give a huge shout out. And I'm going to say her whole name because I'm grateful because she did 2 things. Sharon Somerville, big shout out to you, but I want to teach you something. Sharon sent us 3 people this week that bought my one-on-one coaching. Can somebody put in the chat, what is 40% of 7,500 times 3? I want to show y'all something. Miss Sharon Somerville and her family, because I'm going to put her family because her husband was a part of it. She referred 3 people to us that bought the one-on-one coaching. Y'all know that I pay y'all 40% of that. Can somebody put what 40% is 70 of 7,500 times 3? That's when I got to Zelle her this week because 3 people signed up because they were introduced through her webinar link. So if you new to me and you don't know this, become an affiliate. Text the word affiliate to the same number you see below because I want to pay you for sending me people and not just tell you thank you. Miss Carol B, I'm going to put just B at your last name. Miss Carol, you sent me 2 people last week that signed up, but over the 2 people, this happened over about 60 days, y'all. She did not use a link. She was just being nice and said, you know what? You want to do this thing, you should go talk to Derrick them. 2 people signed up, y'all, but guess what? She didn't become an affiliate. Do y'all see my face? And I screamed to y'all, I'm giving y'all free money. Just use your link and say, hey, sign up and watch this webinar, but use my link. Don't use Derrick link, because if you use Derrick link, I don't get no credit. I'm telling y'all how to do this. Say, use my link when you buy his package, girl. Don't go to Derrick website. Can somebody put that? Did anybody put it in the chat yet? What is $7,500, 40% of that, and then times that by 3? Somebody please help me. Did anybody do that? That's what Miss Somerville got. I'm selling that this week. In fact, she's local. I may drive it to her and go to the bank and get all cash and just throw it at her and like being funny. But guys, can y'all agree that I'm giving her free money? All she did was show people that already want to do this her affiliate link that leads to my free webinar. Those 2 people said, oh my God, I've been wanting to do this my whole life. Let me take that free discovery call Derrick them give me. They spoke to Jennifer. They came to YouTube 2 more times and all 3 of them bought. Lord have mercy. Now I see 2 numbers. Can y'all help me? Who's putting 9,000 and then 3,500? Y'all help me. What is it times 3? Jermaine, help me in this chat because now Alicia put 9,000. I feel better. So Alicia not gonna lead me wrong. Are y'all sure? What is 40? Go to Chat GPT if you ain't good at a calculator now. Because if y'all like me, I'll mess it up even on a calculator. Go to Chat GPT and say, Chat GPT, what is 40% of 7,500? I gotta send that lady 40% of that times 3. Now somebody put 9,000. I saw 13,500. Can one more person give me that math so I know where I'm at? And that is crazy. And all she did, and guys, it's getting so bad now because I feel like I'm begging y'all to make money because I keep giving y'all ideas of how to do this. She is literally only doing what I told her to do. I say, hey, ma'am, you can post this everywhere on your page every day, but you know what, to be real smart? Because I started doing this last week and I talk about it all the time, but I'm joining groups. Prime example, I joined, I think it was 8 different Facebook groups today. Y'all steal this. And I'm going to talk slow because somebody will say, man, he talk real fast. I'm going to slow it down for him, Miss V. This week alone, and we're already just on Monday. I started this Sunday. No. In fact, it was Saturday evening. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Over the last 3 days, I've joined 8 groups, all entitled something about nurses, LPNs, CNAs, healthcare. But most of them say nurses that are tired, frustrated nurses, something about nurses, doctors, nurse practitioners. You see where I'm going so far? And I am posting so much in these groups that I hope they kick me out. Because most of these groups that you posted there, you're supposed to, they'll kick you out. My group will do that to you. Guys, I want them to kick me out because I know I'm doing my job. I'm going to post it till they kick me out. She put the word in front of people that already want to do this. Are you a tired nurse, tired of working 12-hour shifts? Watch this webinar because it'll change your life. It's my big brother, and it's combining real estate with something you already good at, which is caring for people. That's all she did, y'all. 2 or 3 times a week. twice a day. She posted in the morning, she posted at night. Now I see so many numbers in the chat, but I'm gonna go with what Synergy just told me. I believe Synergy won't lead me wrong. Synergy Transport, she's not gonna lead me wrong. So I'm gonna go with $9,000 because Cheryl, that's times 3, Cheryl, not one person, Cheryl. It was 3 people. She sent it to a group of probably 60 people, and out of the 60, 3 bought. What a learning lesson in that. I'm trying to teach y'all something, man. How you think I'm teaching people right now to make $20 and $30 and $40,000 a month by coaching people at what they're good at? All they're doing is what I'm teaching them is get a bunch of people in a room. Because if I get 100 people in the room, I don't need but 5 of y'all to buy for me to think I'm rich that night. That lady feel rich today. And I'm using the term rich real loosely, Jermaine, so excuse me. But if how many of y'all, if somebody dropped $9,000 in your Zelle tonight, would that make you feel a little rich? And not, guys, I'm being funny, not like $1 million, but would that change your life tonight? I remember times in my life, y'all, $9,000 would have changed my life. Now, watch the blessing in this, though. $9,000 is still good money, and I want it. But $9,000 today is not life-changing money for me. That's a blessing. Okay? Just not long ago, $9,000 would have changed my world. Some of y'all are there now. There's levels to it. Oh, I hope that makes sense. Boy, I'm doing some good talking right now, whether y'all agree or not. Do y'all feel where I'm coming from, or am I just rambling, Miss Cheryl? Tessie, $9,000. Tessie would change her week this week. And Tess, all you did, Tess, you didn't bag no groceries. You didn't go to an 8-hour job. You didn't mow no grass. You bought somebody else closer to the dream that God gave them. Oh my God, Tessie, somebody gonna miss this. If you guys are not an affiliate of us, what are you thinking? Watch this. I got a coaching right now that costs $30,000. Synergy, because I trust you, Synergy Transport. Put in the chat. Miss Cheryl, help me in the chat. Miss Barbara, can you tell me what is $30,000 if I want to give you 40% of that? What you think the lady Miss Somerville doing right now? She trying to convince people to buy my $30,000 package. Guess what she learned in my business coaching forum last week? Join your chamber of commerce and take it there. Give it a game tonight, Jermaine. Jermaine, they'll never be able to say about me, bro, that I don't give the game away. Watch me be honest, though, Miss Viola. Watch this, Miss V. I've been saying, and that's bad English, I've been saying for 3 years that I'm going to join my chamber of commerce. I'm going to join my chamber of commerce. Guys, I haven't done it. But I promised a bunch of y'all on a live YouTube channel, I said I will not let the month of March leave me without doing it. How many of y'all heard me say that night? So even though I said it for 3 years, Jermaine, I kind of played around with it. When I made a final decision, I signed up for 2 of them. I'm on my West Orange, because where I live is called Orange County, but I'm on the west side. I joined the West Orange County Chamber of Commerce, and then I joined also another one that I'm going to keep kind of a little secret. I joined 2 of them. Now, the private people, I'm going to tell y'all Wednesday night the other one. I'm going to keep that secret on this one. But watch this. That lady is she's following my advice, y'all. She going to take $9,000 that she just got from me. She going to take $200, y'all, and join her chamber of commerce for the whole year. She going to go to the business nights of the real estate people. Y'all ain't even listening. She going to say, hey, y'all, and they're already in real estate. She going to say, hey, y'all, want to get into real estate that really changed the lives of people? Want to get into a game of real estate that don't house just one person or one family? Want to get into a multi-family but do it from one property? We have something that's called independent living. My big brother is here tonight. His name is Derrick. He's the trademark owner of it. He's going to talk to you guys in about 20 minutes about how you can get into it and quadruple your profit from what you're already used to because of the shared living model. And he's got a package for you guys because y'all are elite level. He's got a done for you service for $30,000. Y'all gonna want that and not the one-on-one coaching because you guys are more elite than that. It comes with the one-on-one coaching, and Derrick does it all for you because it's called his white glove service. Lord have mercy. Jermaine, now this is what I'm going to only ask Jermaine. Jermaine, am I making sense, bro, or is this me blabbering? Am I making sense, Jermaine? I only want Jermaine to answer me. Big bro, because you're going to tell me if I'm giving flu-gaziness or baloney. Jermaine, am I just babbling, bro? She's going to take my $30,000 product, because that's all been an affiliate is, y'all. The lady I'm going to bring y'all Saturday morning, I'm an affiliate of her credit program. I don't fix credit. You don't want me doing that. But she's making my credit go through the roof, and I trust it. So I'm going to push it out to other people. Guys, that's all an affiliate is. Some of y'all got a means to make money that don't take nothing from you but a little bit of time. And then if you got one of the virtual assistants from us, that should be their job posting 7 days a week for you. Jermaine ain't saying nothing, so I must say ain't doing like I thought I was doing. Jermaine, boy, I thought I was hitting it, bro. You ain't saying nothing to me, Jermaine. Jermaine said, that's why I'm here all the time. Come on, Jermaine. I thought you would let me down, bro. You always giving the game. Jermaine, my first appointment, I walk into there for myself. Guess what I do, y'all? And I paid for the one where they're going to allow me to sponsor the event. A little $250, a little $500. I'm going to pay for their lunch to where I get to talk for 25 minutes and the focus is on me. Guys, I'm going to make that money back the first 2 times I speak in that place. No, I'm sorry, the first time. Because I paid $300 for one, and then the secret one, I paid, I think, like $800. I'll explain that Wednesday night. They both going to allow me to speak, though. Chamber of Commerce where the business people already sit. Here's some free game, and watch this now. Here's some first-time coach I never said on YouTube because it's so new. I just thought of it. If you think if I want to share it with y'all, do I keep it for Wednesday night? Hold on, y'all. No, I'm going to share it. Part of it is just kind of what I said, but here's the caveat to it. Guess who's also at the Chamber of Commerce? All the healthcare providers that sit in the decision-making places. They at these meetings, y'all. The one of them keeping secret, they've already told me that the president, vice president, and then the other person that's over social work, the directors, they come to these meetings. They're the decision makers. Guess who they haven't met yet? Me. And the lady already, she said, Derrick, nobody does what you do. Because now if your chamber like mine, they want to talk to you first, but before you just join and come. In fact, I couldn't even pay for it until we spoke. She said, Derrick, can you tell me a little bit about what you do? Glad to. Y'all know me. I ran this big mouth for about 3 minutes. She was like, oh my God. She said, nobody has ever offered something even remotely close to this. This is a game changer. They're going to love you, Derrick. I'm saying in my mind as God whispering in my ear, I said, yep, I know. And it wasn't arrogant. God was already telling me that they was going to love this. I felt it. I heard it in my ear. I'm like, yep, I know. They looking for this. So all of that was just said again to guys that if, watch this. Antonio, no coach will say what I'm about to say. Watch this. If you don't become an affiliate of me, find a product that you like or a service you like and use it. But make you some free money by offering it to other people as long as you trust it. Now, don't become an affiliate of something you don't trust. So if you don't trust me, don't offer it to nobody. You don't trust my coaching, don't give it to nobody. What makes you a better affiliate is when you trust it. Somebody like Antonia, she should be making hand over fist money. Jermaine, you should be making hand over fist because you already doing it. Let me give you y'all social media. Hey guys, want to know how I got started? How I got 2 houses and 20 beds and I make 17 grand a month? Guys, just 8 months ago, I didn't know none of this. But I took this class, and that if you watch this free webinar, this is my big brother, Derrick. You don't owe me nothing. You don't got to buy nothing. Just promise me you will watch it and let me take over. Because when they watch that thing that all y'all watch that you came into, that's what's going to grab them. And what's really cool, Shay and I about to shoot a new one because we do that about once every 2 years. So the new webinar is about to be a new one anyway. You become an affiliate, give them your affiliate link so that when they sign up, my system tell me it came from you. I don't got to be scratching my head guessing, man, I wonder did Miss Chambers send me an affiliate? My system going to tell me how many people clicked on your link in a week. 17 clicks, 14 clicks, 0 clicks, 100 clicks, 3 buys, 3 purchases. It's going to say, Derrick, you owe Antonia $9,000 because Michelle came in, Jonathan came in, and Julian came in. We ask no questions. So one more time, if you're not an affiliate of something, because I just told y'all the lady that's fixing my credit, I believe in her. I believe in her work, and I want y'all to get it. And I was waiting until I found, because I done had a bunch of people fix my stuff. But I was waiting to find one that was affordable, that y'all can afford. Guys, it's $300, $297, I think. I done had something that cost 2 G's, $1,500, $1,000. The most I ever paid for credit repair one time, that was dumb. It was like $3,800. Now today with AI and the tools, free. But if you like me that don't want to do it, don't got the time on, and want somebody say, hey, here go my credentials, have at it. Like, that's my favorite kind of credit repair. I don't want to be involved in it. I want to keep moving and grooving because that's going to waste my time. I'm too slow. I'm going to offer her to y'all soon starting. And she going to speak in my private groups. She going to come on this YouTube channel, Miss Alicia. In fact, if y'all remember a bunch of Saturdays ago, she came on as a guest just in the audience. I was telling y'all then that she was fixing my credit. Right? And I'm gonna show y'all where it came from to where it is the day I walk in that bank and walk out with 150 grand line of credit. I'm gonna do what Antonia did, but I'm praying for $150,000 line of credit. That's what I'm trying to do. And the bank I know to go to do it. Okay. So this is good tonight, y'all. I really enjoyed this. Kind of just talking to y'all, not being in a rush. Let me see. Yep, so definitely, guys, be an affiliate of us. Because again, if you trust it, like if you sit in this, like Tessie, it's easy for you to say, guys, hey girl, I didn't know nothing what I was doing. I started watching Derrick, his big mouth. They go live every day, and girl, I messed around and bought that DIY, and boy, it's really on now. Girl, if you want to get in, click this link. Because this is where it all starts, girl. And they give you a free phone call to answer your questions. Like, you talk like that. Say, tell them Derrick is my brother. You're supposed to be saying that, especially if you in the coaching. Anyway, I'm all for that. Become an affiliate of something, y'all. And here's the real good clue. Find a high price ticket. Now, I got ebooks. I got a $5 group. Guys, forget about that stuff. You should be shooting for the collective, the one-on-one coaching, and the one that costs $30,000. That's called the legacy. So everybody should go right now to forstonconsultants.com and just be familiar with what we have too. Let me put that in the chat, and then I'm gonna get you guys out of here. I'm going forstonconsultants.com, but also text the word affiliate to the phone number 407-326-0086. And guys, like, I changed that for 2026. We used to pay 10%. One time we did 15. Guys, I paid 40%. That means I almost give you half of what I built. God and I, blood, sweat, and tears. You did no work. I did it all. But if you get somebody my webinar link or your link to the website and they buy my stuff, I ain't gonna just say, well, thank you, Miss Cheryl. I really appreciate you sending Miss Carly to me. I'm saying, Cheryl, how you want your money? Zelle, check, or you want me to drive it to your house? Or fly if you're in an area where I won't want to go and vacation anyway. So Miss Cheryl Somerville, congratulations. But Cheryl, thank you so much too, because I wouldn't knew that family without you bringing them to me. See how everybody wins in that, y'all? She got $9 grand. I got the rest of it. And the family, they get their dream that God put in their heart, because I'm their big brother now, and I'm going to teach them the way. Oh my God, that is some good stuff right there. That's probably where we need to put a cap in it on it. Thank y'all so much again for you guys that tolerate me and my big mouth and allow me to pour into you guys, because I promise that when I learn something or God shows me something, I usually go blah, 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 at the mouth because I want to give it out. Like Jermaine said, if it changed my life, I want it, and I want it for y'all. But most of y'all should start with at least that $5 group and go either DIY, collective group coaching, or one-on-one. And with that being said, guys, I think that's it for me. I'm going to check one more thing in the chat, and then I'm going to get you guys out of here. Synergy, yeah, that's what blew me. She said, Derrick, all the health, in fact, on their posting, it says the decision makers are in this room. That one costs a little bit more, y'all. That one costs a good penny, but it's worth it when you're meeting the right people, right? The decision makers. How many times I tell you guys to call and ask for the director of social work, the director of of case management? He in the chamber. You didn't know that. So for the first time ever, I want all of y'all to remember the night that I said, Derrick said, I'm gonna say, y'all remember the night I told you guys, because I never coached it to my, right now, my one-on-one people, I've never heard this. Collective, never heard this. But as of tonight, I'm gonna start coaching my people. If you under my coaching, you must join your chamber. It's gonna cost you either free or somewhere between $0 and $200. And if we divide 200 by 365 days of the year, that is pennies. And what I found out now, it can get you in the room with the right people, because they take you serious in that room, because you're a part of the same club, the same crowd, the same clique. Make sense? So for the first time ever, I'll probably never repeat this on YouTube ever in life. So if y'all heard it here tonight, great. But only my group coaching and my one-on-one people to get that advice from here on out, because that's a gem. When she said, Derrick, because she tried to get me, well, anyway, I'll tell you guys Wednesday night, but she said, Derrick, you want to be in this one, bro. Like this, she said, what you do? This one gonna give you this access. This one gonna give you the, give me both of them, ma'am. Sign me up. Send me the invoice. Let me check this one last thing when I'm out of here. Jermaine said, what's 40% of them $5? Cut it out, bro. Because if I was you all, being an affiliate, I'm only focused on the one-on-one coaching, collective, legacy. Like, and just for that, so that you know, the legacy, the one that's 30 grand, people just can't buy that. That's an interview and an application, right? You just can't give me 30 grand in my hand and I take it. And if you're not fit, now I'll admit, because again, I'm just honest. A lot of people wouldn't be this honest. When I first, Jermaine, can you spell first got in business 11, 12 years ago? If you said, well, Derrick, I want to give you 30 grand, I say, put it right here. Not that I would have done you wrong. It's just that today I'm in a space where I don't want to take it. If you going to blame me and you ain't built for it, it ain't worth it to me today. I don't want your 30 grand. So if you're going to put 30 grand in my hand, it's an application and a phone call. Because I got set questions that we got to talk about before we move forward. So that's the only caveat to the legacy, and that's a $30,000 product, and that'll probably go to $40,000 in July because it's still too cheap. If I give you a property with people in it for 40 grand, that's stupid low, right? So that's going to change. But anyway, last check, Miss Chambers, and I'm out of here. Oh, thank you guys. If no one has told you today, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. We love y'all too, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If I send people to buy a house, do I get something too? Yeah. If you send me, now I'll admit I don't have an affiliate link for that, but I'll just be a man of my word on that one. Like if you send me somebody that closes on a property for a fix and flip, buy and hold, DSCR loan, absolutely I'm gonna give you something. I am not the thank you guy. Hey, thank you, Miss Cheryl. If I made thousands of dollars because you sent, now I'll admit, watch this though, Cheryl. I gave a long grace period of people that was referring to us without their affiliate link. Those days are over. That lady that just sent me 2 people, but only just say, hey, go see Derrick. I told her, thank you. Right? I'm begging her to give them the right way. And when you don't, now I don't honor that. Because now so many people are doing it now, I can't keep track of it. So if you say, well, Derrick, I sent Miss Lewis to you. Did she sign up? I'm gonna be like, I don't know. My system knows, I don't. So what I mean by that, when they use your link, there is no guessing. Do y'all get that? Somebody's gonna think I'm a mean guy when they hear that. But when my team sees your link that somebody bought from, watch this. I don't care if they watched the webinar 6 months ago. If it came from your webinar, that from your link, I still pay you. I hope that makes sense. But today, I'll let that go for months, y'all. Because Derrick, did so-and-so, like literally just what? Let me see. 3 weeks ago? So Derrick, I said so-and-so, did she buy yet? Did I gotta go in the system and let my team check? Guys, I'm not doing that no more. So please have, I don't care if you send me 10 people. 3,000 times 10 people is 30 grand. You're going to lose $30,000 if they don't use your link. So let me help you. This is what you say. Hey, girl, don't buy it from Derrick's website. I'm Derrick's sister. And remember, he gave me a discount. You got to use my link because if not, Derrick going to charge you full price. Does that make sense, y'all? So y'all already know me. Call me your brother. Say, listen, sis, you need to use my link because if you buy this thing, they're going to charge you full price. With mine, you will get a scholarship and all kind of stuff. And your price going to be different. That's how you make sure they buy with your link. Oh, that was a big gem too. I'm going to probably start teaching some affiliate type stuff because I want to see y'all making money like that. Miss Somerville to get $9 grand in her account at one time and not to tell her business because y'all won't know her. She said, Derrick, you can tell them. She said, y'all, I made $10.13 an hour. I'm going to let that breathe. For somebody that made $10.13 an hour, just got $9,000 in their account because they shared a link on social media. I'm going to let that breathe. You didn't lift no heavy bricks. You didn't shovel snow. You didn't dump trash. You didn't clean up poop from a bathroom. You didn't have to lose your character as a woman and do something that's bad just to get some money. You made $9,000, Tessie. She said that's powerful because you shared a link. And your brother is so gracious, he telling you that if you don't sell his stuff, go online tonight, find a high price product. Do yourself a favor. Go Google, I want to be an affiliate, or Chat GPT. I want to be an affiliate. Can you give me 10 high price items over $5,000 to where I can make 50% or more, 30% or more? Most coaches wouldn't even tell you that. I'm telling you, if you don't sell go get somebody's stuff. One of my coaches right now got a coaching package for $90,000. You don't think I'll be trying to sell that thing? Because I myself want it one day, and I'm going to get it. His free information has made me have $50,000 weekends. Some of y'all can't even fathom that. Neither could I just years ago. Until this guy started coaching me. You think I don't want his $90,000 coaching now? No different from the example that I just told you about Antonia. She bought my coaching at $5,000. I gave her one piece of information. She went to the bank and got $45,000 in business credit and lines of credit to go back in business. This is one of those rules. I just hope 2 people catch what I'm saying tonight. Go find a high-priced product and become an affiliate of it. And post it like crazy if you believe in it. And if you in this already, why wouldn't you post this? Wow. One thing about me, y'all, they'll never be able to say, man, you know, that guy Derrick, he always kept information. He never would share it. He never poured into people. He never gave good advice. He never gave sound advice. Derrick never gave advice that turned into like monetary gain. The devil is a liar. If they ever say that about me, the devil is a liar and the truth ain't in them. I know I give value, guys. I just hope y'all picking it up. Can 10 of y'all put in the chat, Derrick, I'm picking up what you're putting down, bro. I feel better about that. I'm checking the chat one more time and I'm gone. Miss Barbara says, wow. Let me see. Sis says, I'm proof. Exactly. Jimmy says, you are teaching us how not to work for $20 an hour. Jermaine, I remember one time, bro, I thought $20 an hour was like, wow, I couldn't dream to make $20 an hour. At my highest pay, y'all, even with my degree, if I remember that social work job, I left there at 17 and some change. I'll call it 17 just to make the math easy. But from that 17 an hour, I had, I think it was like $50 a month. No, every pay period that was coming out to like my savings account. And every week I had to go and get it because I was broke all the time. And that was still only like $800 and something every 2 weeks, y'all. Taxed with taxes and FICO and all these little things coming out. So, Jermaine, when I heard 20 and 25, I thought that was the lick. And now I hear Chick-fil-A will pay you $19 an hour. Now, today, you can't give me a job like that. I know too much about just life and business and how to go and be an affiliate of something people already want to do. What you think Miss Sharon did? I gave y'all the game on that. My coach taught me that, so I'm doing it. I'm literally joining Facebook group because y'all, how many of y'all have noticed my messaging has changed in terms of nurses, LPNs, and CNAs? I met with my team less than 6 days ago. Say, hey guys, starting today, even though we'll still help anybody, our messaging now goes to nurses, LPNs, CNAs, and healthcare providers. If you're in the healthcare field, I want to coach you. That was a business decision, not to be so wide open in my messaging, but be more direct. I don't serve everybody. That's actually kind of dumb. In business, you're supposed to choose who are you serving. Now, my bottom core, I'll teach anybody want to learn this. But in my messaging on social media, and what you'll hear me say most of the time, healthcare industry, nurses, LPNs, CNAs, nurse practitioner, healthcare provider. You worked in hospice for 20 years and want to do it on your own. That's who I'm coaching now and reaching out to. So if you work in the jail system, no problem, I'll still teach you. You bake cakes for a living, I'll still teach you. You just won't hear me say, hey, anybody that want to learn, nurses that want to learn, and that's a part of my business coaching. No matter what you do, I'm gonna teach you to be more direct in your messaging. Make sense? It's like family talk tonight. I'm talking kind of soft tonight. I'm not super loud. Where's Tia when I need her, Jermaine? She wouldn't give me no credit for kind of being calm right now. All right, so Heather says she's noticing it now. So Heather, that's where that come from. My coach at Derrick, I'm shocked you have such great months in your coaching because you say you'll teach anybody. That's dumb, Derrick. I said, well, no, for years I've been saying that I'm gonna kind of niche it down, Derrick, or niche it down. And finally, this year, middle of March, And my team was like, oh, what's wrong? Derrick said, meeting right now. It's urgent. Out the blue. Hey, guys, meeting right now. Everybody jump on Zoom. It's like, Derrick, what happened? Oh, there go Tia. I thought I slipped by Tia tonight. Tia, I thought I slipped by you tonight, Tia. But, anyway. If I keep talking, I'll never get off here, so I better go. But yeah, Heather, we changed that messaging. I said, guys, we got a meeting. I said, guys, not that we won't help everybody. I said, but our messaging changes now. So, and our analytics has shown that was a great decision. Like our ads now have like quadrupled in how good they're doing. Because the ad even said when we said, hey, because we put our ads results in Chat GPT, it told us because of your messaging, everything has 4x'd. You now have an audience who you are pitching to. It ain't so wide open. Duh, Derrick. So that was a blessing that we've still done well over the years. And my messaging was just, whoever want to learn. That's not what I want now. Nurses, LPNs, CNAs, healthcare providers, healthcare industry type people, social workers, case managers, that kind of stuff. Social service providers in general. Okay. Thank you, Tia. I appreciate it. Tia gonna always make sure I'm online now, because if I'm offline, Tia gonna tell me. Tia says she is multitasking too, and she listening. Good stuff, Tia. Tia's been around a long time too. So LPN for 30 years, and she's ready. So Barbara, you are exactly who I'm reaching out to now. And not to be mean to people, but if you guys were in a room with Barbara and there's 10 of y'all and only Barbara's a nurse, I'm talking like this to Barbara, because that's my messaging now. Now y'all can hear it in the eavesdrop, but I'm really talking to Barbara. 30 years, y'all. Barbara's never heard a room where I say, hey guys, how many of y'all have been in your job at least 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years? And I'll stop right there. Barbara's on 30. I'm asking for 6 to 9 months of your life, not 30. And if you give me 6 to 9 months, God and I will change your life. Now, some of my people get started in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. But my coaching has always talked about give me 6 months to 9 months of your life. But if you move at the speed of instruction like Antonia and Jermaine and the other people that I pick on all the time, this may take you 90 days, actually. It may take you 60. The record to date is 9 days from a day the lady spoke to me for coaching. First coaching. 8 days later, she had a house and 3 people in it. So this may sound harsh, but I tell you guys all the time, man, if you don't make this work, you quit. I know you quit, because God is not a failure. He won't quit. I won't quit on you. Life got in the way and you quit. And that's my prayer against all of y'all, that no devil in hell stops what God is giving you in terms of the thought process to get started with this. So even with that being said, I'm done. Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown tonight. God, I thank you for the ability to give what you just feel like. I feel like you just gave it to me, God. Even though the bumps and the bruises that I went through, it was meant for people like this. God, and you protected me the whole way, even though it felt bad going through it. I knew one day that it was going to be for other people. Just like the orange tree, the oranges don't eat oranges. The tree is never for itself. So God, you kind of view me like that. You didn't just teach us to me to be all for myself. You made me be the tree so that these people can pick from it. God, thank you for being the source, and thank you for allowing me to resource them. Father God, give them the mind of Christ and an able body to do what you've called them to do. And God, exnate every excuse that they would ever have. Cancel every excuse that will come from the devil. No ailments in their body and no mental fight in their brain. God, give them the mind of Christ, because with that, we can do all things. And Father God, again, give them favor in their city officials, decision makers. Allow them to bump into the right people at the right time. Father God, also, can you remove every knucklehead from their life? God, we're trying to build your kingdom, and what we don't need is naysayers, doubters, mean people, or people that don't believe in your vision for what you called them to do. Because God, when you often call people to stuff, it's not a conference call. It's a one-on-one call. So God, I call the people in their life a liar that will try to stop them from doing this. Discouragement is not a part of their portion. In fact, God, can you bring everybody around them that will push them to their destiny? Put the right people in their life, but really remove the wrong people, because that'll mess up everything. So, Father God, thank you again for your grace, your mercy, your guidance. God, continue to make Shay and I the best coach and consultant that we can be. God, I decrease today so that you can increase inside of me. God, this is all baloney without you, but God, with you, people think that we're geniuses because of what this thing does. It provides affordable housing with the love of God mixed in it. And God, we want to say thank you for what you're doing in the lives of these people. You're no respecter of person, God. I saw you let a lady make 41 grand a month housing people in roaches. God, these people won't do that. So how greater will you bless them? I speak the blessing over their life, their family, their circumstances, their finances. Because God, sometimes it's hard to do your will without the money. So give these people the finances, the breakthrough. And again, God, let no devil in hell stop it. The devil is under y'all feet today and has no place in your life, your business, or your family, and you guys will succeed. Every dream that God has ever given you will come to pass. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us and in your family. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. God, thank you so much. God bless these people and bring everything back to their remembrance so they never forget it. Allow it to stick. And probably even most important, God, allow these people to move at the speed of instruction to do what you've called them to do. In Jesus' name. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. Y'all be good. And this is probably the last time that I'll promote the March 28th event, because it's probably going to be done. There's only one VIP ticket as of early. In fact, let me check now while I'm live with y'all. Let me see if anybody bought that ticket while we were live. Oh, and it's gone. Oh, my, really? Anthony, really? Really? The lady that I spoke 30 minutes about tonight, and you know what? You said something in the chat, but I didn't know you meant that. So you coming to, or okay? See, I'm hard-headed, sis. I saw you said it. I don't know why it didn't click. You were the okay. So guys, that's it. VIP tickets are done. If you want to come, and my team, listen up. I don't know what the number is, and I don't care. I would prefer to keep this small. So if you guys want to shut this down tonight in terms of even the purchase, I'm cool with that. But if anybody buy a ticket, I'm going to honor it. You show up. But there are no more VIP tickets in my team. I told y'all 2 weeks ago to make sure you cut it off. So please, my team, don't disappoint me. I don't want 11 tickets sold of VIP. I said 10. I want to keep it that way. So please turn it off if it's not already like that. I'll say this to my team who's listening. If you guys want to shut it down, let me know, because I'll be more than glad. The numbers we got now are kind of like how I like it. But if people still want to go, I'll honor that. Make sense, team? Y'all hear that in the chat later. But I'm ready now because I got my 10. Because I told y'all, like, I love to teach and coach. I do this all the time. But when I go out of town to teach, I don't have an ILF to go to. I got one to go to here, so I want to be able to go there and teach y'all too. So I'm excited about that. So Anthony Chambers, I'll see you there Saturday, which is this week, by the way. So if you just joined March the 28th, and I'm going, y'all. Jermaine, I promise, bro. Jermaine gonna kill me. It's 9:29, Jermaine. I promise I'll be going by 9:32. Watch this. March 28th, Orlando, Florida. This is your last chance to get a regular ticket. Visit ILFconsulting.org. Again, ILFconsulting.org. And the lady that just bought the $5 group for the whole year and spent $60, I want to see you there too. That was a power move. You only had to do $5 a month, but some people do decide to pay for the whole year. It's $60. That's crazy, stupid, dumb. Ma'am, I want to see you in Orlando. Make sense? Last time, ILFconsulting.org, or text the word learn, LEARN, to 407-326-0086. I'm gone, man, and y'all be great. Hey, Jermaine, don't tell Qatar that I went long tonight because I didn't see her tonight, but don't tell sis. Y'all be good. I'm trying to leave. Must not be time to go, y'all. I'm trying. Oh, here it is. Y'all be good. Oh, God. It's still acting up. Maybe I should stay. I don't know, because I'm trying to. If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derrick. I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you cannot sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? Like what kind of mistakes that you made? David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events. Well, I'm gonna just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. Like, what does that mean? David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derrick could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy. Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that. So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF? Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite.